afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Will Stewart here with another late night THFC rant. What a match. What a match. Can everybody hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Yeah, I think you can hear me all right. Emerson Royale. One for the future. Oh my, oh my, oh my. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do, but that's definitely not what we did today. But let's get into the show. Thanking all of our members and Patreon members and YouTube members. Don't forget, when we hit 30 members, we're doing a giveaway. Also, when we hit 2,000 subscribers, we're giving away 2 sweatshirts. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you go down and hit that join button and join one of these great possibilities here. Patreon member, www.patreon.com/THFCRants. Or you can hit that join button and become a YouTube member. Thank you to the Patreons, Mama Coates, Wayne Bonner, Tony Go, Gogama, Alex, Burleton, Bob Spur TV, Get Well and Come Back to Us Soon, my brother John N. Our YouTube members, the 4-star generals, Ellie, Aglia Kakuratos, she supports Hoybier all the time, so he's got to at least love her for that. But I love her because of who she is and how she supports all of the Spurs YouTubers and channels and all of that good stuff. Our captains, Wayne Bonner and Mark Swift. Williams Kelts, Matt Hayes, Tottenham Blog, The True Sets Free, AMZO, Daza Hotspur, Aaron Dove, Williams Ranger Sai Says, Danny Kiriakou, Tony Go, Dave Jones, Tottenham Tantrum, John Langford, Matthew, THFC Collins, Chapster 30, David Yunez, and Scott M. Head on over to www.thfcrants.com. This Friday will be the last day that you can pick up the Deli Oli, only cost $5 Tarantula sweatshirt. That will be leaving the store this week. Last call for the Deli Ali shirt. So if you need that memory, if you want that memory, go ahead and do that. But man, oh man. What a match! What a match, folks. Or maybe not a good one. But we do have some guests sitting in the back. But before we bring them in, a lot of comments. I'm probably not going to be able to get to them all, but just kind of the first ones that pop up there. Don't understand how Conte can think Sanchez is good. He and Emerson responsible for that loss. I don't know if Sanchez is necessarily responsible. Emerson definitely. David M. What a symbolic performance. Midfield and wingbacks are shocking. At least one of them shocking. Midfield, yeah, Bentancur's got to start. Absolutely terrible. Whoever Scout decided the Royal was a good player Spurs needs to have some pride and put in their 2 weeks notice. I think maybe he did, but hey Raymond, I've been saying the exact same thing you've been saying since before we signed him. So great minds think alike. The link is there if you do want to join the show. I'm sure this show is going to be a cracking one. A lot of people are hot and fiery. Tottenham Fan XD's in the house. Welcome to the show. Jason Groves is in here. Shamu is in here. Tiago is here from Brazil. Jason. Bryce here from the land down under. Martin is in the house. Scott M, one of our Royals. Royals is a big issue in terms of a single player, but overall midfield is horrible. It was horrible. As long as Ben Tekers is playing, I don't think we have much of an issue. But let's see here. Who else is in the house? Island Life is here. Celery Agent is here as well. Terry Wright, Big of Will. What a shite performance today. Our midfield is deplorable. Manticure the only bright spot. I agree. Potomac in the house. So that's it for the comments. If you do want to get them in, make sure you do hit super chats and all that other good stuff. But let's start bringing the guests in order as they arrived into the back. We do have a first-time caller on for today as well. But we're going to bring them in order. Starting with the biggest Kane apologist ever. You guys know him. You love him. First time on a show since we've been doing musical intros. Dietrich Kane. Devoted to the Spurs. To Spurs. Dietrich Kane is announced, everybody. Bring him in. Let's give a round of applause for Dietrich Kane. Do what? No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you, man. Sounds like you're in the ocean. That's a little bit better. Whatever you just did there made the background noise go away.
Better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Okay. Yeah, you was shit.
What happened? I thought he was one for the future.
No, just for, no, I never said that.
Get him in here. But let's bring some more people in before we get into banter and Dietrich Kane. I was on his show earlier. He makes you feel tingly all over. He always makes you want to say, "Oh yeah." Mari from that Spurs episode. Bring him, everybody, give it up to him. Mari brings in the house. Oh yeah. Mari's in the house. What's going on, Mari?
Completely nothing.
Completely nothing.
Yeah. Man, that's loss sucks. Really sucks. But I put some food in my stomach, took an Advil because I had a little headache doing the show. It was a long day at work, so got a good hour on here. Got some stuff in the morning, some meetings, but yeah, it's just some bad performance, man. It's just
No, honestly, we deserved it. We deserved that loss.
We deserved it, but I got a lot of people to bring in here for this show tonight, guys, so we're gonna have to keep the openings a little bit shorter than normal. First time caller of the show DM me on Twitter, said I gotta get on this one. Raymond is in the house. Bringing Raymond in for the first time to the stream. Enoch Al, Prophet Before Glory. What's going on, Raymond?
Hi, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I was absolutely fuming. I was actually in school watching the match, and it was kids, make sure you get your work done. Got all my work done. Watch the match, and it was absolutely terrible. I couldn't stand it. Couldn't absolutely stand it. Was fuming. After school, went to practice. I actually had one of my best practices, so
it's good. You gotta let that anger out on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got out the anger. So yeah, today was. I feel as if Højbjerg needs to be dropped. Not as if he's like completely done, because I'm willing to give him.
Sure, yeah. He just needs a break.
But I feel like he needs to be reminded. I feel like him starting every match, he got comfortable. He's gotten comfortable, but he needs to be dropped for a couple matches just to get that fight that he had when he first came.
I agree. But let's keep this thing keep it rolling. You know what? I'm really interested to hear what this gentleman has to say today. But But I mean, it's he's one of those guys who I think is probably one of the most level-headed, fan pundits on YouTube. The Pied Piper himself, Coach Stelios, is in the house. Everybody in the comments, give it up. Show your love for Coach Stel.
Look at his
I love it.
face.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Coach Stel. Eating a biscuit.
By the way, I loved your We Are Tottenham TV fan show. I loved it. I loved it, bro.
Yeah, that was classic.
That was classic.
Yeah, that was classic.
I tried to get on there, but I just sat there, like I literally, not joking, clicked a link to join, and it sat there and spun. And so I joined Mari's stream and was on Mari's stream for an hour while my other monitor was sitting there spinning and spinning. It never let me in. But
No, I'm done. I'm done pleasing people. I'm only gonna please me. I'm only gonna. Do you know what? In the words of Antonio Montana, who do I trust? Me. That's who. Who put this together, man? Me. That's who.
Okay, man. That was a good impersonation. That's one of my favorite movies, Scarface.
And anyone who wants to tell me that Antonio Conte has been backed and that we're getting top 4, all I'm going to say is, look at you cockroach.
yeah, it was
shit. We were shit. I sat there. It was shocking, man. This team.
I thought we were horse bungles until Bentancur came on, but we'll get into that. I still got a lot of people in the back.
How many?
To bring in? I got 2 more sitting back there now.
Okay.
So it'll only be a little bit here, but Shane, because he's been a regular on the show, got his own theme song now. So everybody, give it up for Shane from Australia. He likes to surf, but you know who wasn't surfing today? Emerson. He can surf on out of here, as far as I'm concerned. Bring him on from Australia itself, Shane Black. Everybody in the comments, show your love. What's going on, Shane?
Hey, Will. Hey, panel.
How you doing tonight?
I'm actually pretty crook. I've got a flu or a bug or something, but still got up at 6 a.m. to watch that dog shit.
I'm sorry. You should have stayed in bed. You should have stayed in bed.
Emerson, what is going on there?
Well, I know exactly what's going on. That's all I'm saying.
Shane, please don't give any fuel to Will. Please don't give him fuel. Please.
I know exactly what's going on.
And buddy Hoiberg was bad enough.
No, Winks was worse. The Winks was the worst.
Sanchez was shit. Davies was shit. Reggie was shit. His team was dead. Dead.
By the way, I told you, Will, that Reggie was shit. I told you.
I didn't think Reggie was a huge problem. Was he great? Was he like a 10 out of 10 performance today? No, but I would say a good 6.5, 7 performance today. He had that cross. I'm going to tell you right now, that cross on the far post to Kane was pinpoint perfect.
And Mr. Sitter?
No, that was a fire save by Foster, man.
No.
Yeah, he took that first time.
No.
Oh, yeah, it was.
No. That's a goal. If you're a professional, you score that goal.
If you're a professional wingback?
No, if you play professionally, you have to score.
He went far post.
That header.
Got it with a hand. What do you want him to do?
Emerson's a professional, but
yeah, but it wasn't as bad as I think people.
We're not getting top 4. Forget top 4. Listen to me. Get it off your heads. It's not an overreaction. We are not. When that moment comes, that game we have to win, we are going to bottle it. This team is still a bottle job team. We've still got bottle job players. They haven't got what it takes. I'm done. I'm done.
Bentancur or Bentekas.
He's the only good player we got.
Romero
was good.
He was good.
Romero played some beautiful balls through the center.
Shane, the last 15 minutes, Romero started falling apart. because the disease around him started dragging him down. Like it started bringing his game down as well. It was
I see that.
But I do have to bring in. He was at the match today, second match ever. My partner in crime on this channel, Mr. K is in the house. People in the comments, show him some love. Mr. K sent me some footage today of him at the match. I'll be putting that together and we'll be uploading his match day vlog tomorrow. What's going on, Mr. K?
I don't know. Honestly, I had a fantastic time at the stadium. It's fantastic to watch the players come out. Everything felt really, really great. And then a few decisions started going the other way. Then we started missing our sitters, missing our chances. And then eventually we get a goal, but it didn't feel like, like we're on top of it. We're still slipping. And then a few minutes later, Davis makes a mistake. That's okay. Davis can make a mistake because he can run around and do things afterwards, which he did. But it was like people like Winky that was not quite there. He started telling other people what to do, started berating Sanchez and so on. And then he got himself out of position many times. So I think really we lost that game because we gave it away. Southampton should never have won that game. They were nowhere close to us.
What?
Look, seriously, we had the better squad. We had the better play. We had the better chance.
They had 23 shots to our 8. They had 55%
They were just
possession. We
peppering.
had 40.
That's all they were doing.
Battered us. They battered us that first half. Battered us.
No. Look, there was a confusion on the right back. Sanchez and Emerson kept switching around all the time. They kept being pulled out of position.
Wait, it's confusing. Like they knew what position they played.
What would happen is a gap would appear, and then one of them would fill the gap. Then the other guy would then fill the other person's position. So one person would end up being a right winger, like Sanchez, for example, and Emerson would end up in central defense. That happened a few times. So there was definitely
Sanchez would do better if Dyer comes in. I wouldn't mind Sanchez playing right wing back. To be honed with you,
I don't think those two should be.
I think Romero will get pushed out into that right-sided centre back.
Boys,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boys better.
Romero on the right side.
Yeah, but Romero is better down the middle, not a right side centre back.
All I will say is that when Bentancur came on, you could see the class. When Romero strutted his stuff, you could see the class. When Kane got the ball and crossed it cross field and so forth and passed it through, you saw the class. But it was missing from certain areas of our pitch. Winky and Højbjerg, they either, if they were on top form, fine. But today they weren't. Højbjerg was completely missing. He was getting a lot of stick from the crowd, a lot of stick. And then he got subbed off. He's the first one to get subbed off. So even the coach knew that. Something's not right with him.
Conte, questions have to be asked about Conte, man. I'm sorry. If we're going to play...
Right.
No. For me, three up top is
doesn't work. Yeah, it's got to stop doing it. I agree.
Can't get the players to those front three. That's why Kane keeps coming deep. And if we're going to play wing back football, you need wing backs.
Real wing backs. Yeah.
Have them.
We have one, maybe.
Play this system.
If we put away half our chances right, we'd have won that game.
So if Southampton put away their chances, they would have won.
Yeah.
We would have lost 6-3 if we'd have put away all our chances.
By the way, Will, I'll send you a picture on WhatsApp. Can you please share it?
Sent me a picture on WhatsApp. All right, check it out.
It's a middle finger at Winky.
No,
I thought Southampton deserved to win today. They deserve to win the game.
Where's the Kane tracker, Will? Where's the
don't.
The Kane tracker was up during the intro.
Right.
Boom! 20 apps, 5 goals, 2 appearances. Kane is back. That's what everybody told me after Brighton. Kane is back. The King is back. I think Stell himself said that. The King is back.
Listen, we're talking about a world-class player here, Like even Conte says world-class player, and he just laughs at everyone.
Do you know the problem, right, with Kane? I saw it. I saw it today. It was so evident. If he stays up front, he gets no service or a lack of it. So if he drops deep, he creates the service. It's a catch-22. The guy's just stuck. He's damned if he does. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. He doesn't get the service. The only person that created anything for him today was that Reggie cross to him at the back post. He was a bit unlucky. He probably should have scored it, but he hit it down and it just went over. All right. But other than that, nothing got created for him. Nothing. And
He created a lot, though. He created a lot.
Well, that's my point. The reason Son scored is because Kane dropped. He lays it off to Moura. Moura whips it into Son. If Kane doesn't drop deep, that goal doesn't happen. So, that the midfield is imbalanced. It's lacking, and the wide areas are fucking shit. No cojones, man.
I agree with you. We also have another guest in the back that just popped in.
I'm so angry, man. I'm so angry.
Let's bring him in before we get in onto the.
I need a tablet from Murray. I need one.
Before we bring in the picture that Dietrich shared. Our boy over there from Talking Ball. Everybody shout and scream for Colin, aka Ben Davies' #1 fan. Let's add him to the stream. Colin. I knew this would be the perfect theme song for Colin. Especially with that background.
Perfect. Yeah, no, it could not have fit better.
AKA Dirk Diggler.
I feel like there's a backstory here. But
You've never seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I'll do a Google.
Boogie Nights. You've never watched Boogie Nights?
I mean, probably pieces. Never sat down and watched
It's
the
a
whole
porn
thing.
movie.
All right, yeah, I can get
It's not a porno. It's not a porno. It's about the porno industry.
It's a movie about
True story.
a porn star, yeah. But
Burt Reynolds.
Studio 54.
See,
Boogie
and
Nights
how
with
quickly
Mark
it all
Mark
devolves.
Wahlberg. The guy had like a 30-inch wah.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like Kane. Probably like Ben Davis.
Ben Davies,
30-inch Galini.
30-inch Galini. But let's bring in this photo here for Dietrich Kane. He said he wanted to talk to somebody. This is the same photo that Mar had on his show, so curious as to what Dietrich would like to say about it.
No, I just don't understand what the fuck is the defense doing and the midfield. Like, what is Ben Davis? Who is he marking? Even Romero, even Winks. What is he doing? They're all watching the ball, not even watching the space. And look at the left. You have three runners, and look at Emerson. He's alone.
Yeah, man.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Okay, so first of all, so James Ward-Prowse right here is not in a dangerous area. People typically don't cross from there, right?
Yeah,
first
but
of all.
technically, some
So
should be-
Regularn is marking correctly. You have Bentancur who's actually running out to reach Ward Price.
but some
Kyle
should-
Walker-Peters played the ball back to him, correct? And he one time
Yeah.
crosses it into the box.
But that sounds.
Doesn't give anybody the opportunity to pick him up. Now when we move back here,
Look at Winks and Kulusevski.
yeah.
Look
So
at
Winks and Kulusevski probably should have been picking up number 24.
Or 50.
Somebody Armstrong, if you let the ball come into him, I mean that's not that big of a thing. But here's the key right here.
Look at Romero Sanchez.
Romero Sanchez, I don't really see necessarily a problem
Yes, it is.
with their positioning right now.
Who scored the goal?
Adams,
Adams.
Which
number
is that?
10.
Number
Here.
10 scored.
I think it was 10
Is
or
this
20.
the second or third goal?
Can you go down? Oh,
To be the third goal.
Second and third were identical.
Second,
Yeah.
right? Is it the second one?
That's
It's 2-1.
Should I-
Oh,
should I-
yeah, so it'd be second goal.
should I
That's
tell
Adams.
The
Right?
interesting thing here, right, yeah, is where Ward-Prowse's position is when he
Adams
picks up
is the one
ball.
who scored the second goal, right?
Ward-Prowse doesn't normally. He wasn't that wide out like he was in the first half. So the second half, they made a switch, and that's why he ended up in that position. He wasn't marked. They kind of pinpointed a little
Who wasn't
black
marked?
hole. Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse was the one playing the ball in all the way on the other
Point is,
side.
he
of
should
it.
be,
Oh, it was-
he's the crosser of the ball. You should close him down.
Do you know?
No,
do you know
You can't close him down. He came out of the midfield. Kyle Walker-Peters plays the pass back to him, and he takes a one-time cross into the box. You can't.
Well-
Nobody's can mark him.
Well,
know-
the person that scored it was number 24 down the left. It was 24, him.
This guy, the second
Yeah,
goal.
the second goal, that was the 24.
24 scored, yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was by
I mean, they literally repeated the same play 2 minutes later.
Thiago brought up the picture in my show because it was showing that Emerson didn't really have a choice. I mean, he was like three runners, and
Yeah, you can't blame Emerson. That's not his fault. That's Sanchez's fault and Romero's fault. And the midfield.
No, let me pull the actual video up here so we can actually click through the phase of play, and I'll show you why it was Emerson's fault.
I gotta say this too: James Ward-Prowse in all of England is the most dangerous. You give this guy space. He is. I mean, can you imagine if he was on a better team, like with better finishers? This guy's stats would be. I mean, James Ward-Prowse. People keep saying, "Oh, well, you know, I don't want him because he can't play the field." But this guy's a creative genius, man. This guy. I don't know, man. I don't know why he can't get more love. James Ward-Prowse, man. It's the reason why England's not holding up a Euro. They had a chance to choose him. They chose the other guy instead. I forget what's his name. But James Ward-Prowse, man, he is a baller.
In the first half, he wasn't playing. He was playing a little bit more centrally than you see him in that picture. And that second period of the second half, right? Yeah, he deliberately stayed out and drifted out a little bit more to find that position, to find that zone. They planned this and they executed it, and it went perfectly. They spotted something in our defense.
Yeah, but the thing I didn't understand, how can Conte not tell anyone to get stuck in with what's his
Conte
name?
did a lot of shouting on the side, and the players weren't listening.
Yeah, but during the second half, you should tell, like, get close to James, to Ward-Prowse. Get close to him. Don't let him cross the ball.
That's the first thing I thought of. Look in the crowd. Everyone was shouting at the same thing. Close him down. Close him down.
Right. This is the thing, right? When you've got a very good football player, you cannot for 90 minutes shut him out of the game. That's why he's good. What you can do is, as much as possible, stop him from being dangerous. Now, if you watch that game again, not once did we give a free kick away where he could take a shot. Not once. If you notice, there's chances we could have tackled, but we didn't, because we knew if we get it wrong, it's a free kick. So we did well. We did well on Ward-Prowse. The problem is, he's still good. And if he gets that chance, he'll take it. And he did. That's why he's good. So I think it's a bit unfair to blame our players and say, you know, we didn't shut Ward-Prowse, because for most of the game we did. Not one free kick did we give away. And that was deliberate. Problem is, the defending was fucking shit, man. They're ball watching. They're watching the ball. They're not watching the players. They're not defending. They're watching the ball. And twice, the same mistake in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the first time you can forgive it. The first time you can forgive it. But the second time, no, man, that's just wrong.
Yeah, but that's on the defenders. They're not good enough. How many fans do you hear say, "Oh, but Ben Davies, he's reliable. Oh, but Ben Davies, he's having to." He's shit. He's
5 minutes before that goal, right? Yeah, you saw our midfield, right? Yeah, start arguing with yourself. Right, there was disharmony in the midfield
because they can't pass to each other and they get upset.
Winks is not a leader; he's a shouter.
Højbjerg wasn't good today. Winks wasn't good today. Bentancur was the best midfielder on the pitch. Hands down, he was the best midfielder on the pitch. We can't defend, man. We don't know how to defend because other than Romero, who else gets into any of the top 6 teams? None of them. None of them get into the top 6. Only Romero.
Romero's head and shoulders above anything we've got in our defence.
And he can pass. And he can pass a ball.
I'm not going to obviously play this for obvious reasons, but so this is the first goal. This is Davies has that horrible clearance that ends up landing pretty much right in front of Emerson.
Then Emerson doesn't even put a leg out to kick it.
He doesn't even put a leg out to kick it. This guy picks it up, and instead of actually putting pressure on the ball, he takes it down into the corner and then just lets him cross it in with a Rabona.
Emerson's trash. Oh my God, we got
I mean, how can you not block that? Like, look at his feet. He should be sticking a leg in, doing something, right?
Yeah, but
what?
Look at Davis too. What is he? Who is he marking?
Nobody.
But that's my point too.
Davis has got number 10.
He has no one. No, that's Romero that has number 10. He's supposed to get number 18.
Do you know when you're defending?
No, that's not how that works.
Do you know one rule when you're defending? Never allow the defender to see your back. Never allow the defender to see you from behind, because then that means he's got the run on you. If the defender can't see the back on you, he ain't got the run on you. All their backs are to the attackers. No one's looking at the attacking players. Nobody. Not one player is looking. There's no defensive intelligence in that back line.
That's my point.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is, you know, Ben Davies, he's marking somebody who comes in behind him. He's really kind of the ball watching rather than looking at the markers. Their heads should all be faced towards the attacking players, not the ball. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Will, what's been our biggest weakness all season? What do we keep saying? We can't defend set pieces. We can't defend set pieces. So what does Southampton do? They whip balls into the box. There you go. That's our weakness. We can't defend. We're shit. Brighton, if Brighton had a striker, we would not have beaten them on the weekend. I'm telling you. Brighton just don't have a striker.
You know, at the beginning, right, your defense was fine. Romero was doing what he was doing. And I think somebody mentioned earlier that the team brought him down. As in, like, in the second half, he started to make mistakes.
Sorry, Mr. K. Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry, I don't know what I was saying.
Southampton had a shot.
So you know better what I'm going to say than me, right?
In the first minute. No, but Southampton had a shot in the first minute, point blank on the Reece. First minute.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is not to panic, right? Romero had that sort of calmness about him. In the second half, he started to stray just a touch because the people around him were just showing that they're incompetent. And the thing was, he wasn't shouting at people, right? Davis was shouting more than him. And I think basically Romero has to start maybe like taking a little bit of leadership right in the back and telling people where to be. Like, you know what? I big up Davis for a little bit He messed up, but after he messed up, he did his absolute level best to be a top defender. He ran everywhere and he tried his best. So I give him that. But Winks, no. I mean, look, I don't know. Maybe I'm just picking on the poor fella for no reason.
But here's what really bothers me about Ben Davies, and he's actually happened a lot. He's actually cost us several goals. If you notice, that's about 5 yards, maybe 4 if I'm generous. And he never attacks the ball with pressure. You don't just put your arms behind your back and get touch tight on this guy. Why you just let him shoot?
Yeah, but that's what I said.
From 7 yards out. Why would you let him shoot?
That's
same thing he did against Chelsea.
Yeah, exact same thing he did against Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. But so Ben Davies and Emerson are definitely at fault for that first goal.
Yeah, you get 100%. Stuck in, and they never do that. That's my issue.
Davidson's clearance, Emerson's lack of pressure on the guy playing the ball. I mean, he did it like a half Rabona or something to clear that in, and he just sat there and watched him do it. And then Ben Davies again not putting pressure on number 18. But I'll go back to that other goal because I think that picture is a little bit misleading, and it bothers me because
we've officially lost all our advantage against Arsenal. They're now ahead of us by 7 goals and goal difference. So there's no more advantage, no game in hand against them. They're ahead of us on the
they play tomorrow. There's a game in hand. We still have a game in hand.
No, there's no game in hand. It's even.
No, they play tomorrow. There's a game in hand.
Tomorrow. But right now, as we stand on the table in terms of points, we're equal with them. They've got 7 goal difference ahead of us. So what was in our hands is now no longer in our hands on that side.
Sir Alex Ferguson said in his prime, points on the board are the most valuable thing. That's what he said. And this obsession with games in hand that we talk about, even Arsenal fans, they said we'd rather have points than games in hand. Then when Arsenal didn't play a few games, now Arsenal fans are talking about games in hand. They're the biggest flip-flops. Arsenal fans are the biggest flip-flops. They should just wear flip-flops and live on the beach, those guys. But for me, points on the board, it's more powerful, I think, because
just in case anybody's wondering, this is the most angriest I've seen Stel because he left the game and he didn't even stop.
Storm! I mean, I was gonna punch everyone. I was probably gonna kill myself. Honestly, I was so angry. I can't take it because this is the Conte team now. This is Conte's team now. You know, this is all the shit's left the club. I was so Do you know for 3 weeks, I've played this game. Be nice, be calm, be positive. Bullshit. Be honest. I'm just going to be honest.
Is it strange, Stelios, is it strange that we've had two sets of players leave? Stelios, we've had two sets of players leave, and apparently they're bad apples, but we've still got someone like Winky and Davis in the team. They're good
Mr.
apples.
K, I don't think they're bad apples. I just think that these players, they're just not at the level. They're not at the level, man. They're not at the level. The wing backs are both appalling, especially Emerson. And people saying start Doherty, he's worse than Emerson. Doherty is an atrocious football player. Emerson's shit. In the defence, we've only really got two good defenders, and that's Eric Dyer and Romero. And Romero is above Dyer. In the midfield, who would from our midfield get into our rivals? Bentancur, that's it. And Skip, that's it. Two. And Skip's
There was one positive I feel saw today.
Hold on, I do want to say thanks to Brad Matthews. Southampton deserved to win today, and that hurts. I'm embarrassed to have been optimistic. Privileged to know you guys. It's late. See you soon. Thanks for watching, Brad. Thanks for.
Where's he going?
Thanks for the £5 super chat. We also have a 10,001 super sticker here from Goguma as well. So thank you very much. I actually forgot for a second that I was on a stream, and I actually have
I flashed it on for a I flashed it on for a second.
But yeah, thank you guys for that, and also too, I've kind of rearranged my setup here a little bit. What's on what screen? So I'm missing some things. But
by the way, did you buy a Canadian shirt?
Canadian shirt? No, I didn't buy any Canada shirt. But I want to take a look at this goal here too, because the picture that the people were showing earlier is very misleading, right? So 24 is right here behind Kulusevski.
Yeah.
And number 8 here plays the ball into Kyle Walker-Peters. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
you see Reguilon getting stuck in.
Kyle Walker-Peters here. Bentancur.
He was being marked. Ward-Prowse was being marked.
Yeah. Ball comes off. Ward-Prowse is not in a dangerous position, right? People don't know if Kyle Walker-Peters is going to cross the ball. He decides to play the ball back. Ward-Prowse, being the master that he is, in a one touch, launches the ball into the box. Emerson here leaves number 10. He's not marking anybody right now. And
let's kick a header.
No, but
can't. No, because all he has to do is look at the space.
No, but that's not his man. That's Sanchez's man.
Why is that Sanchez? Sanchez is marking the other dude.
No, but that should be Romero marking him.
Man, we got suckered in. We were ball watching.
That's fine. Right. Well, because it was a shock pass from Ward-Prowse. Nobody thinks you're going to cross it from that position.
They're all
go back 2 pictures, please. Go back 2 pictures, and you'll see right. Yeah, Ward-Prowse was being marked.
Not here. He's not.
Go back 2 pictures.
Yeah, that was before he played the ball into Kyle Walker-Peters.
The point is at the net, you meant to track the people that have got the best crossing capabilities. Kyle Walker's is not that man. Ward-Prowse is.
What are you talking about? Kyle Walker's is the right wing back who has had multiple assists and goals from that position. Of course you mark him.
Go back one more, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Bentancur, right, yeah, had an instinct, right, yeah, the Ward-Prowse needs to be kept a tight leash on, right? So if you go back, see there, he's actually coming from the position of having around with Ward-Prowse, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that basically when he left him, right, yeah, someone should have else covered him. Someone like maybe a number 7.
No, you don't man mark somebody in that position when the ball already moved to the wing. Mr. K, you do not. We're not playing. This isn't basketball. We don't man mark players.
Okay, why is it half the pitch? People on the pitch could spot it, and everyone's shouting out, "Close him down! Don't leave him!" And like, how comes we can see it?
Nobody was close him down and say, "Don't leave him." When this ball comes into Ward-Prowse from Kyle Walker-Peters, Bentancur or Ward-Prowse isn't even on the screen, and he immediately takes it the first time.
Yeah, my point is, look at Bentancur now. He filled a position that Davies should have filled. Right? He shouldn't have to go back to there to fill that position. Davies should have filled that position.
Right, regardless, Ward-Prowse is not in a dangerous position there.
Okay, but let me ask you, if it was Kevin De Bruyne at that position, would you mark him, yes or no? Because I would still mark him even though he's not he doesn't have the ball. I would still. Because I know he can deliver a dangerous ball.
I would still, yeah. I mean,
Like you never know. You cannot gamble with these type of players. You can't gamble.
So you have somebody on him all the time?
Exactly.
No, that's not how football's played, man.
No,
this
but
isn't U12s, man. We don't sit there and go on one guy who's good and just have two guys hounding the whole match.
There's one mistake the defense made, right? Yeah, and even though Romero bigged him up, he's a bit. What Romero, right? Yeah, if he looked around just earlier, he would have seen there's 4 players around him, right? Yeah, and all of them got white shirts. He should have turned around, looked back, and said, "Hold on a second, danger's behind me." He should have squeezed up. Should have come back. Filled that gap.
Romero fucked up. Romero fucked up as well, man. They all did. They all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they had man marked Lionel Messi throughout the game. Was I don't know if it was Atletico or it was Real Madrid. It was a big game, and he did absolutely nothing.
Okay, James Ward-Prowse is not Lionel Messi.
I know that, but everybody knows that if he gets any type of space, and that's an area that's close. I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry, but this is so ad hoc right now that it's really starting to irritate me. Nobody knew that Kyle Walker-Peters was going to play the ball backwards and Ward-Prowse was going to take a one-touch cross.
Yeah, but he did, and then they.
Okay,
scored.
but that's ad hoc. You're doing this from the
back
backseat. You're backseat driving here. James Ward-Prowse is not in a position on the pitch where you need to necessarily where he's not in what they call a red area or a dangerous area.
Okay. First time they didn't do it. Why second time they let him again cross the ball?
Who is in a dangerous area is 24, and where you see where that ball is, Emerson's obviously watching it. And for him to not be able to close down 3 yards in the time it takes the ball to get from here to here is not cool. Watch him.
But the fact
he doesn't even get touch tied on him.
Yeah, but the fact you didn't mention Sanchez, Romero, and Davis, like there's a problem. Now you're being unfair.
Sanchez is marking this guy correctly. If you want to yell at Romero, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's Romero's man. Sanchez is supposed to mark this guy. I have the number 24.
Dietrich, right? Okay. You see number 10.
Yeah.
Sanchez should be on number 10. Number 24, Romero should be on 24.
Agree.
The player Sanchez is marking should be marked by Davis.
Yeah,
and where Ben Davis is, Winks should be out there. They're all out of position. They're all ball watching except for Sanchez. This is a clusterfuck of defending. It is abysmal, man. We can't defend balls into the box. It's a massive problem. We're not good enough. These players aren't good enough. All of them. Only Romero, maybe. But today, even when balls came into the box, Romero, look at this, he's all over the shop.
Yeah, but still, can we agree that's not Emerson's 100% fault?
Of course it's not his fault. Of course it's
okay,
not.
there you go, Will. You see it.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, though. When you're watching that ball there, does that ball have the pace and the height to make it to number 10? Yes or no?
Well, no, it got to 24.
No, exactly. And you could tell that. Emerson could tell that because he starts running. Problem is, does he get there in time?
Okay, but actually go back.
He doesn't even try.
Can you please go back?
Well, he does. Look, he jumps
No,
up.
go back. You see it? No,
Look where he jumps. Look where he jumps.
Yeah, but it's too late. At that moment, it's too late.
That ball's already below his head height when he jumps. Why is he jumping?
To be fair, the pace the ball got whipped in, it's very difficult to make up that ground. So
exactly,
it was a difficult.
No, he
thing.
jumps here. He jumps in the air for no reason.
Maybe he felt he could get to that space quicker than over to the player and jump. Because he's not a good defender, Will. Emerson's not a good defender.
Do you
understand? He's not a good attacker. He's not a good defender. All he's good at is running. He should have done sprinting or athletics, not football.
Yeah, but he's not even fast.
Do 100, 800 meters. I don't know, long distance. Fucking.
I mean, even Lloris was caught out of position.
Yeah, if you look correctly, he jumped, so he lost.
Well, Lloris too is way over here on the inside, and he doesn't track the ball as it comes across the box. He stays there. See where he stays on his line? He's out of position.
Do you look at his feet? Like they're not even placed to jump.
But that's his hop. That's his hop before he jumps. But I'm talking about his position in the box. He's not centered in the box. He didn't follow the cross across the box.
No, but if you go to the next picture, like he puts his feet on the ground.
Guys, we lost tonight because Southampton created 29 shots on our got 29 shots. 29. That's more than what Chelsea did to us. 10 of them were on target. We had 3 shots on target, man. Southampton battered us. They battered us tonight, man. I sat there watching it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I really thought I tricked myself. That after the Brighton game, do you know what? Just maybe Conte's now got the beginning. No. He hasn't got shit. You wait when we play Wolves. And then as Man City away, we're going to get smashed to pieces by City.
By the way,
this is Emerson.
You know we're going to come back.
But this is a different view. This is a different view of this thing too, right?
If Wolves beat Arsenal, they're going to beat us. If Wolves beat Arsenal, they're going to come and beat us. They're a good team, Wolves. They're good. We're lucky we didn't lose to them up there. I hope we beat them.
You know something? Listen, I want to point something out which not apparent like in the pictures and so on, but when you're watching the game, and it's an issue which I had with Højbjerg in the first half and the beginning of the second half.
He was shit tonight.
No, what he was finding a space which didn't need occupying.
He needs to be.
And it was like that you got this thing in battle called defeat in detail, where you move your forces to and focus on another point of the pitch, right? Yeah. And they're all focusing around Højbjerg's position. So Højbjerg was useless throughout most of the game. Now, what you're seeing there is players in the wrong place, right? In other words, in no man's land. If you look at that picture, you'll see 3-4 players guarding nothing and nobody, right? So, I think that sort of mentality seeped into the rest of the players. But listen, guys, I've got to pop out for a little while. I'll be right back. So many thanks. I think you have someone else coming in as well. Right, so all you viewers out there, please do like and subscribe if you possibly can. Share this video with everyone. Let them come onto the stream. Good night, all. I'll be right back. Bye.
Do you know what?
We do have another person in here, though. So
Do it.
I think it's Kieran, but I don't know which one. There's too many guys with the same name. But if it is Spurs After Dark, welcome to the show. It is. Okay, good. Okay, I couldn't see by your logo there. It looked like a face. So that gap in between Son and Kane's hands actually looks like a face when it's really tiny. I actually shrunk. I made my StreamYard window really small so I could make like the actual like screen part bigger. And so all I can see is a little tiny box. But welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, that was a tough one to take today. Yeah. It's not sitting well.
No, definitely not sitting well.
Another one.
Okay, so where did he go? So you're agreed then, Dietrich Kane, that the third goal was 100% Emerson's fault, right?
Third goal, I don't remember, to be honest.
All right, so
Can you show me again, please?
Yeah. So let's add it to stream here. So the ball is coming in. Kyle Walker-Peters, I think, was the one who crossed the ball in.
100%. Yeah, that's Emerson's fault.
And he's ball watching the entire time.
Yeah, that I agree. Yeah.
Doesn't even take a step out to mark him. Literally stands still right there.
Yeah.
Sanchez tries to get space, and when he heads the ball, there's like 5 yards.
Well, so rewind that a second. Rewind that.
All right, hold on. Romero was okay. Kuva99 with £5 super chat. Romero was okay. Davies poor. Sanchez shocking. We played the whole game with no right flank or midfield. We did well not to lose by far more. Yeah, I think we were lucky to lose not more.
Don't get me
Scott
wrong.
M
Emerson,
says the third goal was all Royal. He was brutal.
I mean,
you want me to go back?
He has a fault once the ball enters the box, but
Again,
I mean,
one more?
the fact that the cross even came in again.
Okay.
From the same position. They scored the same goal twice. We were putting no pressure on them at all.
Actually,
all that space between the play. Look at all that space he has.
We'll go forward again.
I'm trying to do it as. So you got Ward-Prowse playing the ball in almost in the exact same position.
Okay,
so I can see the goalie.
Can I ask a question? Who is Davis marking at the moment?
Cool.
Because now you have Romero between two guys, and
Yeah, but there's nobody behind Romero here, right? No one. So why is he not touch tight with Adams here?
Okay.
But look at Davis too.
You got 3 against 4. There's 3 white shirts against 4.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Right, but those two don't have anything to do with Emerson.
No, but when you're outnumbered your decision making changes. You're thinking, do I go there or do I go here? You're stuck. Whereas if you're marking one player, you're like, I'm here. This is what I'm going to focus on. But
you see how Sanchez is touch tight? Why is Emerson not touch tight? In both instances, Emerson's not touch tight to anyone as a ball's coming into the box. Sanchez is at least touch tight.
Yeah, but if you go back, if you go back one, Will, right there.
Yeah.
Emerson's now thinking, is Sanchez going to step forward to the player behind Romero? So do I have to go around the back and get him, or do I get the guy here? And this is what I mean. When you're outnumbered, it affects your decision making. And on top of that, Emerson is shit. He's a really, really shit football player. He's him and Doherty are the two worst right backs Spurs has had in about 20 years, man. They're terrible players. But there's no leader at the back. Who's controlling this?
Would you rather have Tomiyasu?
Yes.
Where's the leader at the back? Who's controlling
But look
this?
what I'm saying. You got Romero here. This guy steps forward because he was actually offside. So the other guy was offside. So is he really a worry when you know he's coming in from an offside position? Probably not. Sanchez is touch tight on the guy making the jump here. Emerson Royale is just watching the ball. When you see it from the other view, his head is not, he's not even looking at the defender. Right? He's now a yard behind him because Adams actually comes backwards to head the ball. Sanchez leaves his mark and ends up getting closer to Adams than Emerson does, and he was marking him the whole time.
Yeah. And another
That's what I'm saying. There's enough time for Sanchez to get, who is touch tight to another player in front of him, to get closer to Adams than Emerson did, marking him the entire time. That's my point.
If they're communicating, if there's someone at the back leading them, which we don't have anyone at the back that communicates and says, you mark him, you tuck in. And on top of that, look at every single goal. Lloris never comes off his line. He never comes off his line to punch a ball, to catch it. He just stays on the line and he leaves it to... Sometimes you want your goalie to come out and deal with it. Lloris never comes off his line. Watch Lloris every game. Rarely does he come off his line. He's not good at it. That's his...
Yeah, that's his thing. That's been his like main weakness aside from his distribution.
Yeah,
But look, no, I'm just sorry. I'm just tired of people making excuses for Emerson when Sanchez gets closer to Adams when he was marking another player than Emerson did marking him himself.
I've been away for a second. Are we making excuses for Emerson right now?
Yeah.
Or I think everyone's...
Dietrich's was?
No, I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying, like, it's not 100% his fault. That's what I'm trying
Well,
to say.
nothing in the game is 100% his fault.
You and Dietrich's have a meeting pre-show where you're like, yo, Dietrich's, here's what we're going to fight about today. And then you get back, and then you it's always you and Dietrich's, man. I think Dietrich's just likes to argue with you.
It's not my fault if he never agrees.
Who's been right 95% of the time? Maybe you should stop arguing with me and just agree to make the show go by. No, I'm kidding. I actually like the back and forth.
Well, but last year said Regulon is a top 5.
I
do want to bring this in
the air after he had been shit all game. Like,
I don't think Winks was shit though. He didn't give the ball away all that much. He didn't participate. He didn't do a whole lot, but he wasn't
they
shit.
almost equalize off of him getting pressed out of possession.
At least Emerson was good going forward.
It
Well.
happened
Could be.
multiple
I don't know.
times where he lost the ball because he couldn't handle the press.
And buddy, do you know what the truth is? Other than Kane, Son, Lloris, Romero, and probably Bentancur, other than those 5, everyone else is not good enough. They're not good enough for the level we want to be at. That's
100%.
That's the harsh. And you Skip. I put Skip in there as well. That's it.
So
Six players out of what? How many have we got? 18, 19?
Yeah, 18.
We got him himself. No, this is not Marcelo. This is Groves. Jason Groves.
James Bond.
The man from Canada with the voice everybody loves. Jason Groves in the house. Everybody in the comments, give him some love. Jason Groves, what's going on, fella?
I was going to get on at the beginning of the stream, but I was too
Pissed off.
Angry to do it, yeah. Look,
Thank you, Cuba, for the super chat, though. I appreciate it, mate.
100%. Although I couldn't disagree with him more. He is not good going forward at all. But like that was a shit.
It was a
show.
joke. I think Cuba was being sarcastic, right?
Okay, good. Holy fuck, man. Look, our ball retention was disgraceful. Our passing was terrible. Our defending was fucking farcical. Like, we were lucky it was only the score it was. That was embarrassing. I am glad I was not at home in England to watch that to get stick from all my mates.
I love John Fitzpatrick.
I got to show which one, like more like 95% or more like wrong 90%. He's just trolling because I haven't been wrong about anything. So
I want to correct Scott's.
But hold on, I want you guys to see this.
Everything you said on your thing with We Are Tottenham TV, by the way, mate.
I lost it, man. I had enough of everyone.
I'll have to go back and watch it because I missed it because I was back there sitting waiting for the spinning leg. I want to show you something. Look from the behind angle and see how much space Sanchez makes up in the amount of time that Emerson just stands there. Look at this. The ball is here. By the time the ball gets there, Sanchez makes it to Adams before Emerson does.
Yeah. You know what really burns my balls about that goal? How long was that dude stood there waiting for the fucking ball? Just stationary.
Look,
waiting for the ball.
Just watching.
Waiting
Emerson
for the ball.
doesn't even move a yard.
Do you know what? What a good header that was as well, man.
It was.
Great header.
He was literally stationary
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
entire flight of that ball.
waiting.
Didn't move a yard.
Move. That is farcical. Sorry, I'm a bit.
Yeah, I
pissed
mean,
off.
No, I mean that.
Conte needs to make a change. Look, I don't think Emerson is. I mean, I think in
With
terms
who
of
though? Who the fuck is he?
Doherty doesn't do that. Guarantee you, Doherty closes him down. Doherty is a smarter footballer than Emerson is.
No, stop.
He doesn't have the. Hold on. He doesn't. Hold on. He does not. When have you ever seen a 3, 4, 2 out of 10 appearance from Doherty? Never. It's always a 5 or a 6.
No.
He may not have the ability, but he's a far smarter footballer than Emerson is. Far smarter.
Dude, I think you're giving Doherty props he don't fucking deserve.
It's like replacing a piece of shit with a turd. Like, take off the shit, bring on the turd.
Yeah, I'd rather take a dried up turd though than a smelly piece of shit. That's all I'm saying. If I got to have one or the other.
When Doherty has played at right wing back this season, he hasn't produced a howler. He hasn't had a shit performance at right wing back this season.
Yeah, he did.
No, when?
Yeah, he did.
Against Chelsea?
Because
he wasn't horrible against Chelsea.
Yeah, he was shit.
Doherty?
Yeah, he was shit.
I mean, well,
attacking wise, defensive wise, what did he do?
Do you know what I would do?
Defensively, what did he do?
Chelsea, your weak links will always be exposed, okay? We know he's not.
Apparently,
good enough.
against Southampton, all your fucking weak links are going to be exposed.
Apparently.
Fair enough.
Well,
Fair
they're
enough,
that
but
good.
he has to do something because Emerson, he's 22 years old. He came straight out of
Who
La
do we
Liga.
have in
He
the
was
under
not ready.
23s
He was
that
not
plays on
ready.
Lavernier. Said it 100
Fucking
times.
play him because he couldn't be any worse than the two dog shits he's got in front of him.
Jason, Lavernier is Chelsea Academy. We got him from the
Then
Chelsea
bring him
Academy.
in.
Play him.
Freaking play him. There's 83 people. Hold on. There's 83 people watching the stream right now. I need all of you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. But Raymond, we haven't heard from you in a while, man. Any thoughts, or did you fall asleep on us?
Nah, you guys are hilarious.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to get a feel.
You gotta jump in here though, man. Smell, man. You gotta jump in there. If you got something to say, just jump.
Yeah, we don't have any options. I don't even think were we even linked to a right wing back during the transfer window.
Adama Traore.
It's like
Lavernier,
we were like I said earlier, we were scammed. The bars, Emerson's so bad. Like there's nothing to say.
I think the reason why everyone wants to say that he's good or defend him is because they don't want him to be shit. Clearly, you know what I mean? No, like it's like a
yeah,
you don't want to look stupid. Everyone like big upped him, and we all were like so excited, and we're like, yeah, Emerson, we fucking do one Arsenal. Like you can have Tomiyasu
It's just
Fucking
because he
idiots,
came
like,
from Barcelona. That's all it was.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how
He
angry
played
I
like
am.
5 seconds for Barcelona. That's the
this
biggest
is
thing
how-
that pisses me off about it. He didn't
this
come
is-
from Barcelona.
This is how angry I am, right? My dog has walked up to me and stuck his head on my leg, and he's looking at me going, "Are you all right, Dad?" He's fucking worried for me. I'm like, "Get away from me."
Don't kick your dog, Jason. Don't kick your dog.
I won't. I love my dog.
Not worth it.
Raw. No. Okay. There's raw. Hold on. Emerson is raw. He is raw. He's raw chicken, right? So, but he's not like raw chicken that you just bought from the store. He's the raw chicken you forgot in the back of your camping cooler that's been sitting in your garage for 4 months and just reeks to high heaven. That's how raw Emerson is.
Right. Here's the problem, though, Will.
Listen, the guy's
Here's the
22
problem
years
in a
old.
nutshell.
He's come out. Hold on. He's
In a nutshell,
22
right?
years old. He's
When
come out
you're
of
trying to
La Liga,
vie for top 4, you don't buy fucking raw. You buy ready to roll.
Yeah, we should have never bought him.
That's
in the
what
first
you
place.
fucking do.
Yeah.
You don't buy a.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Called
but
it
still,
before we signed him. Before ink was wet on paper, I called this, by the way.
Well,
I
what do
mean,
you want?
look, he's 22 years old,
What can we
coming
do? What
straight
can
out
we
of
give
La
you?
Liga, no Premier League experience. Now he's, playing out of position because he is out of position.
How old
'Cause the
is
dude's a
Benton?
defensive-
How old is Benton?
He's a defensive
24?
right back in a back four, and he's being
No,
played
he's
as a
20
wing back, which is a
25.
totally
How old's
different.
Benton?
No, he's not. He's 24.
He's
Sure.
24. What league was he playing in?
Juventus.
Juve.
Guys,
No, what league was he playing?
Serie A.
Serie A.
Oh, all right, I'll forgive him.
Guys,
Bentancur is amazing.
what
I
was-
want to correct.
The minute he got on the pitch, the first fucking touch, I was like, here we go. Now we've got someone that can play football.
And I want to correct Scott because he keeps disrespecting Bentancur. Bentancur, if he's good enough to
Who
start,
disrespected Bentancur? Who?
Scott's saying that the question if he even starts for the top 3 teams.
Scott's just kind of a
Yeah.
disrespectful dude. You just
Well,
gotta
no. But I just want to correct him. Bentancur, don't look at the last season.
I won't even have that, man. That was
That was under Allegri.
You're getting me hot now.
Allegri has used him wrong. Before that, Bentancur was a starter in that midfield.
Yeah,
Kept-
under Saki. Under Saki. Under Saki.
Allegri-
Under.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And Pirlo.
And
For that
Pirlo,
reason,
yeah.
So tired, man. I'm talking
Bentancur is not
shit.
shit.
Dude, and
But-
Allegri has
No,
destroyed Juventus, man.
Don't fall
He's
asleep.
We gotta bring him in. Hold on for a second. When you guys hear the music get loud, we gotta pause for a second because he's come here to rattle Stell's cage, to throw in a little banter. He makes Stell very mad because he's mad himself. Memlo's in the house again, the Chelsea fan.
fuck that.
That was so bad.
Who are you as a kid and made you a Chelsea fan?
Oh my God, no, bro! I got no dog. I got no dog in this fight. I was just tracking down our loanees, and it's so funny that one of our loanees scored a goal on you today.
Who?
One of your loanees, like you guys got a farm of those.
Helping you strike.
We the loan army. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
No, I think Arsenal's the lone army right now. They have like 35 people out on loan.
Yeah,
Mad
but
Mullah.
they're
Mad Mullah.
loanees. Yeah, but
Mad
what's
Mullah.
going on, Ma? What's going on, Stello? What's good?
I'll tell you what's going on. When Man City win the league, on that day, please come on the show.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Let's celebrate the champions. I want you to be here when we celebrate the champions. Right? You make sure you turn up for it. Yeah. No, you turn up for that one. You turn up for that one. Like you turn up for every other game when we lose. You turn up for that one. All right.
But you're not a Man City. But bro, I'm trying to condole you. You know, I'm trying to.
No, you're not. You're coming to wind me up. I know.
You're coming on to take the piss.
The wind up, the piss
check
takers.
this out. It could be a crazy prediction, but I think Liverpool might win the league. But
Maybe,
we're gonna put that on the side.
I know
We'll
Chelsea.
put that-
Fucking
Hold on. Gotta say,
Chelsea's
Gogama's
gonna
3001 super chat. Hold on, I gotta pay the bills here. Gogama's 3001 super chat. Big up panel. Happy to have you. Love you. We love Gogama, the
Big up,
empress
Gogama.
of
Big up.
THFC rants and all that other stuff.
No, serious question. I told you guys, if you guys, all my participation in this beautiful program, y'all beautiful. I was telling you guys, games in hand is so fucked up. That's number one.
Sorry.
I told you that, and I told you too.
You didn't tell you made that up.
It's like
Everybody knows
someone
that.
shaking
Everybody
your hand
knows.
before they smack you in the mouth. It's still getting
Wait,
smacked
wait,
in the
wait.
mouth.
Calm down. Here we go with the emotion.
Today's not game in
Here we go
hand.
with the emotion.
Today's not game in hand. Today's
Bro,
like the
we just
Yeah,
lost
regular
the game.
season. It's not one of our games in hand.
I know, but that's in the background. It's playing in the background.
You guys lost
right
too,
now-
didn't you? Or drew? You drew with.
No, I mean, you guys, Manchester United dropping points, Arsenal dropping points, you dropping points. You're giving us more cushion for the pushing. But listen, I noticed something.
Have you looked at the table, dude?
I noticed something. I don't know what's going on with Conte, but I've never seen that much space. Ziyech goal and your goals today kind of similar. Is it a chronic thing with Conte? I don't know. It's disturbing, the spaces. And American guy, the owner of this channel, bro, there is no such a thing as a red zone and a gray zone.
What are you talking about?
Expect a shot or a
Mad
cross
Mullah,
from
Mad
anywhere.
Mullah, Mad Mullah.
Expect-
You obviously don't coach, so you have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Expect- no, bro. These teams. Let me finish my point.
This is crazy.
No, Stella, it's not crazy. You're the crazy one. You said you outnumbered.
Wait, no, you just said that there's no such thing as a danger area on the football pitch. That's exactly what you just said.
How much did you spend on your left back? How much did you spend on the left back you bought, Chilwell? How much?
If you give
50 million pounds. We spent 25.
I know,
How much did you
because-
spend on Kai Havertz? 75.
Okay.
How much did we spend on Bentancur? Right? When you spend mega money,
like 14.
It's easy to talk like you. When you're every other club and you don't spend that money, you don't get it. Because you don't see it.
First of all, Chelsea's not the
Where
type
the
of-
fuck was
Chelsea's money-
Chelsea before that oligarch come in? Where were you then? You were a nothing fucking club with a shitty fucking stadium. I know, because I went there and it was a fucking shithole, and it was a shithole full of cunts like you.
Okay. We are busy making history.
That's
We
what
are
you
busy-
fucking was
we are
before
busy
you got
making
fucking
history.
bought out by all the money, mate. Let me fucking tell ya.
Bro, your
You do know,
Hey,
Matt Mullah, you do know that if we win our games in hand, we're literally only 1 point behind you.
Yeah, but we will not.
Nah, I don't think so. You're gonna win.
And that's assuming,
you're gonna win.
assuming that Chelsea don't drop points, which I mean that's really like.
I think Chelsea will win the Champions League again, back to back. But listen, let me tell you something.
You spend 100 million pounds on a striker.
You oughta.
We don't even buy a
100 million
striker.
pounds.
We don't even
Dude,
buy a striker.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
much was
Money was always in the mix of the game, of the football game.
Not until you came.
Arsenal 100 years ago used to have more money than any club. Or Manchester
You're just
used to have
mad
a lot
because
of-
you guys don't have a
No,
match
money
this week.
Don't bring money into this equation, man. Don't be mad at me driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Okay?
Oh, I'm not
Relax.
mad at what you're driving, mate.
just
I'm
relax.
mad at the way you're driving.
Just relax. Stick with your Hyundai and Kia.
Or maybe
Let me
if you
drive
like-
my Lamborghini, okay? That's
Maybe
the
if
fact.
you made your
Don't
money
be
like
mad.
Why
Robin
don't you
Banks,
get in your
or like-
Lamborghini and fucking drive it off a cliff?
It'd be different if you had a great job and got a Lamborghini, or if you were a fucking bank robber and got a Lamborghini. I'd have more
But that's,
respect for one than the
but
other.
that's your argument. You're just making Chelsea's achievements all on money. Nothing on management, nothing on skill,
Then you want
nothing
money.
on
What are you
attraction,
talking
Keep yourself,
nothing on-
You guys
bro.
had, you had no
100%
achievements
money.
before the money, bro. How
It's
the
not
fuck is it not
100%
about the money
money.
then?
If it's about money, look at Manchester United.
Yeah, look
that's
at
what
them.
I'm Manchester
They're
United.
the most
Are you-
successful club in the world. In England.
Look at them.
I want what you're on right now. Like, what is?
I'm high.
No, like this
I swear
guy.
to
Hold on,
God.
you guys.
I'm
Everybody
not-
who's
I'm
watching
not
the show. Hold
Chelsea.
on, Matt. Hold on, sir, a second. Everybody who's watching the show, take everything Matt says with a grain of salt, because the guy literally has said a lot of things are just out. He's telling me in football, there's no such thing as a danger area, as a red area on the pitch. You're out of your mind, friend. You've never played the game at a serious level ever. If you don't
bro.
know that,
I tell you this. When you have
Where
a
did
good
you play?
coach,
Where did you play the game?
Have you?
Where did you play the game?
Can I?
No, you can answer the question. Where did you play the game?
Bro, I played the game in the UAE. I played the game in the US. I even played college.
At what
football.
level?
I played college football, like up to the.
And you've
first,
never heard of a danger zone?
Well, there
in
is
the
a
channels?
danger zone.
Yeah.
It's a danger
Okay, that's
zone,
what
but
the red
listen to me,
area is.
Just
No, but
listen to me.
he's trying to say
just
that with
listen to me.
certain players that there's no zones. That's what he's trying to say.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like every zone of a pitch is dangerous. That's what he's trying to say.
No,
with
it's
Lexus.
not.
No, with the Lexus.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Well,
With certain
okay. Did you
players,
watch
yeah.
David? Did you watch David Beckham play?
Stell,
Have you
hold
watched
on.
it?
Stell,
Have you
how
watched
many?
it?
How
No,
many?
no, let
Stell,
me ask-
hold on for a
let me
second.
ask-
No, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Stell, how many football managers teach an entire man-to-man marking the entire match? How many teams do that?
Man to man, what, for
Yeah.
90 minutes?
Yeah, for 90 minutes.
The only time you would do that, the only time, is if you're playing against someone like Messi. You might tell two players, your job for the whole game is to hunt him.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about the entire team, man, marking all 11 the entire 20 minutes, the
But
entire 90 minutes.
Yeah, in general, you don't do it, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Why? When do you do it? When a man comes into your zone, then you do what, Stell?
You go to
You mark him.
Look, would
No,
you say
let
it was
me-
dangerous?
let me-
Would you say it was dangerous for someone like Delhi up front, right? Yeah, to lose the ball gets converted back, and then we end up scoring and losing a goal. So that person, would you call that a red zone where the midfield players are, where they're receiving the ball and when turnover happens, we're screwed? Like, I understand to a certain degree. I understand what Muller's trying to say, but those people that have coached, they know what red zones are. There's certain places that you focus on. Now, but before you continue, the only reason why I came back into the stream right here was because
So I could go to the bathroom? Thank you, Mr. K.
that's
Appreciate it. I'll be right back.
Guys, look. I only wanted to come back and make one really good point, which I think Stellis might have alluded to at the beginning, and Muller's like more or less side pointed it. And I think that we're going to allow banter to get in the way of good points being made, which is basically, if we as a club don't spend money and we're tight-fisted on spending on the players, right, yeah, and other teams, we kind of allow the excuse, oh, they've got oil money coming in, or they've got gas money coming in, or whatever, right, yeah. At the end of the day, we managed to buy a stadium for £1 billion, right? It's not like we're skinflint or something. We've just not invested the right money on the players. And the money that we did invest, now we all know, everybody knows, journalists, everybody, they know that we misspent the money. So I think Muller, to a certain degree, has a point there, which is basically you can't just always bring money into the equation. If your club is not pulling people in, it doesn't have the lure. When we had Champions League, we had the lure, right? So now we're in a situation where we don't have that, but we've got Conte, which is the alternative to bring people in. We've got a big stadium, training grounds. We've got alternative to bring people in. The question is, are we going to spend the money? Are we going to do things business in the first week? The answer is no.
Mr.
So,
K,
so this is the
Mr.
problem we've
K,
got with that
do you
club.
know,
I
Like the
love
players,
you,
guess
but
what?
no, I
Mr.
love you, Mr. K, but I'm always going to throw the money argument at a Chelsea fan. That's
Danny Rose.
just I'm going to do that as much as I breathe.
No, you're right.
Do you
They bought
know
their club
what?
for
Do you know
£1
what? Do you know what?
and sold it
Mr.
for $1 million.
Mr. K, you're absolutely spot on, right? I fully agree with what you said, but there's also something you need to add to that. If you misspend the money, clubs like Spurs are fucked. Whereas when Chelsea misspend, like when they bought that Spanish striker that flopped, the one that what was his name, plays for Spain up front,
Morata.
When they misspent when they misspent the money on Shevchenko, when they spend big, like they've done with Lukaku, clubs like Chelsea and Man City, when they spend big and they get it wrong, they just go and spend big again straight away to fix it. We can't do that. That's where they have an advantage over everyone else.
We won't do that. There's a difference.
But we can't because
we can. If we want to spend money, we can spend money, but we don't. We don't believe in investments. We believe in circulating the money that we've got, riding on the clock, and build more debt.
As a business, we're limited to what we can spend. What Chelsea does is the owner lends money to the club out of his own pocket, interest free. Like, don't pay it back. I don't want no interest payments. Just keep it there until, maybe we'll talk about it in the future. We don't. No club has got that other than Man City and now Newcastle. No club has got that in England.
You're not fair.
Now you're self-sustainable. Now you're self-sustainable. But for 15 years you weren't.
If you're fair, you're gonna say you guys buy players, a lot of players cheap and sell them high. Actually, a lot of our income comes from selling players. We actually elevate players. When we buy players, right now we bought Ziyech for 40 million.
Only now, Mad Mullah, only now you do that. Only now.
There are many
It's only
players.
been in about, the last 10...
3-4 years?
Well, no,
Ever since they got the ban.
Okay, we got
Ever
got
since
Hazard.
they sold
we
David
got,
Luiz.
We sold Hazard. Listen. Okay, how many players we profited from? We profited from Hazard. We profited from. I forgot a couple other players we profited from.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You spent
The last 3-4 years. The last 3-4 years. But before that, Geezer.
that literally keeps you on the edge of fair play. Is what that
Abramovich has lent from his own pocket. He has lent Chelsea £1.2 billion. That is insane, man. Like, only Man City come close to that.
Yes, I understand, but the model was going on for 25 years, and it produced results. I'm talking about quarter century.
No, I agree.
I think part of that model.
I was like, huh?
I was going to say part of that model was to gain as many young people as possible and put them into the academy, and then get a ban for it, ride the 1-year ban, right? And the thing is, the model you've done it so well that you've accumulated too many players and got a ban like Barcelona did exactly the same thing. And those young players don't go to other clubs like us, for example. So we end up missing out. We end up having to keep people like Winks. So I think to a certain degree.
So why do I feel like I don't take a trolling? Somebody troll. Oh, it's a money. It's the oil money. It's this money. Well, look,
Madwilla, listen to me. It's very easy, right? Yeah, when you look at the history of the Premier League, right? Yeah, that the one time before Chelsea came along to spend money, the last time we had an example, I think, was Blackburn or Leeds. I think it was Blackburn. Right, where they spent money.
And they failed.
No, they won the Premier League, but then they flopped after that. The problem was sustainability, right? Yeah, became an issue, right? So a lot of clubs out there, they decided to refrain from that particular model. But when you had Abramovich come in, right, you had at the beginning, it was like the first time we saw somebody come into a top club, buy it, right, and then spend the necessary investments into it to grow it into what it is today. A lot of clubs like us, for example, we've had to go through the alternative route, which is to buy the stadium first. Arsenal did that route. The other teams do that. We're following that route. We're going to get the stadium first, then bring the money in, and then start buying big. You've done the opposite way. So realistically, I'd like look. Good luck to all the stuff that you guys have done. You guys spent the money, and therefore you deserve the accolades, right? Yeah, there's no cheating that's involved in that at all.
Indeed.
The cheating, right? Yeah, is when you spend 1.2 billion on a stadium and spend bugger all on the pitch, which is what our disgrace of a club is doing and has done.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's beautiful, Mr. K.
Guys, you know what I'd like to do?
And every beautiful person here. Let me say this. I don't come here to banter or whatever. I'm here to have an input, a tactical input. I watched a bit of the game. I watched the highlights. Every time I come up on the show, I feel like I'm a rich man and everybody envy me and talk shit about my team because my team is rich. Well, we got that point.
You're a Chelsea fan in a Tottenham channel. What the fuck do you think's going to happen?
That's fine, but I'm not bantering. I watch every game that our loanees, especially the loanee that scored the goal today, Bodra, is linked with other teams with higher amount of money. That's another player we're going to profit from. But what I'm saying is, I'm noticing Conte defensively is becoming retarded. I see, like the coach Stello said, it's like he said we outnumbered. You guys had 9 players inside the box when that third goal happened.
Guys, you know what I'd like to do, right? Yeah? Guys, you know what I'd like to do? Guys, I'd like to stop you for 1 second. Stop you for 1 second. Guys, I want to bring this comment up, right? Yeah, which is, Ganesh has put up. Says, look at Newcastle now. They whacked Everton because they spent the money. They couldn't do that a month ago. What I'm saying is that if you have your owners of your club and they start investing in the playing teams, the team that is currently there, the players that they're going to start to feel strong about the board backing them in terms of playing, and they're going to start playing better.
I know, but Mr. K, it's not about money. It's how you use the money. You could be rich, but don't know how to use your money.
But you need the money first to have a chance to use it.
Got a point there, Look. Can we move away from the
Burnley don't have the money. Norwich don't have the money to use.
Perfect, just in time, Will.
Brighton doesn't have money.
Yeah, there's still money.
Life taught me that money is not everything.
It's not everything, but it sure does help.
Money don't buy everything. Money don't buy trophies. You buy love. You know what I mean?
Can't hear you, Mullah.
Your audio went real low.
Guys, I have a question for everyone. Let's say the club like Brighton, they don't have any money. That's true. But how do they find like those talents? For example, the Bissouma.
They have a good scouting department. We don't.
Yeah, but how come,
easy?
but how come they don't?
You can spend your money in certain places, and you can either go out and buy stars, or you can spend it on scouting, which I mean is like a long term. There's like long and short term investments and developments, and
yeah. But my issue, how come like Levy doesn't want to spend the money, but doesn't want to invest in like the scouting department?
Well, they're doing that now. Actually, they're doing that now.
But it's too late.
I mean, I agree, it's too late. But
the reason is because it goes back to we don't have an identity, we don't have a philosophy, we don't have a vision. It starts with Levy. When they ask him that question,
yep.
Mari, spot on, mate. Spot on.
But hold on. Mari's right. We didn't have an identity. We have an identity now. We have a manager who can give us an identity now. And even if this season goes bonkers, goes bad, we need, if Conte, look, we have seen, and I want to take the show to the newer players too, but with Conte, if he has the right players, our no money can wax Chelsea's money.
Right. And Borussia Dortmund, I use them as an example, or RB Leipzig. They go around, they say, look, we're not going to buy the superstar, the rich players whatsoever. We're going to buy the best young talent, and or loan, because they know that we like to play youth. A 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, an 8-year-old, they want to play for Borussia Dortmund because they know they're going to get playing time, and then that's the philosophy of that team. It's going to put them in a position where they're 23, like a Jude Bellingham, who's going to get ready to get paid at the age of 20.
Southampton.
But Mari, you can get away with that in the Bundesliga and the Dutch league because there's no competition with you that much. But if you do that same model, like, hey, I'm going to depend on youth 100% in my recruitment, you're going to be left up. You're going to be left over. You know what I mean? You can, Borussia Dortmund.
Can I just say it doesn't work, mate. That won't work, and I'll tell you why. That works for a couple of seasons till these young talents become real talents, and we don't want to sell them because we want to keep them. Then you can't get more young people in because they know they're not going to play because you've got this talent there. Like,
and then they also know that when they come, they're not going to have.
That's not a maintainable solution.
I'm not saying I want that for Tottenham. I don't want to be a selling club. We got to train these young people.
Sorry, I misunderstood you, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying that certain teams, they have, why do they scout so good? Why do they have to do? I'm just telling you what's their philosophy, what they want to do. Borussia Dortmund, they will tell you. I mean, they're selling their people to their rivals, Bayern. I hate that. I find that absolutely weird. But they do that, and they get new players that come in. It's a philosophy.
Don't fall asleep still.
Yeah, I was gonna say before Stelios falls asleep.
I'm here. I'm just watching. I'm done. Reading. I'm sorry. I'm listening, but I'm reading.
What's the crypto market looking like?
Mari, your mic's really low, man. We can barely hear you.
Yeah, it's low.
Bring it a little closer if you can.
No. What I'm saying is, Mari, Borussia Dortmund takes risk. You know, they can afford risk because who's playing in the Bundesliga besides Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund? Who's the other team competing with them?
Leipzig.
Competing with them.
Leipzig.
Okay, yeah. That's a third one. Okay.
You call it a risk. I get that. But at least they own it. That's their philosophy. What I'm saying is Tottenham doesn't have a DNA or philosophy. Levy said this is our DNA. He hires Nuno, which is the complete opposite of DNA. You have to have a vision. What kind of club are you going to be? What type of team?
The opposite of our DNA.
We don't have that. I'll use Borussia Dortmund as an example. I could say Ajax. I could say Lyon. I could say Monaco. I could name other.
Yeah, Ajax too. Look, Mari, Ajax too. Liverpool never play youth. No. Liverpool don't depend on youth.
I'm not saying that
no,
they
don't.
I'm
no.
saying that they have a philosophy. That's the point. You're going outside. I'm saying the very point that each team,
Somebody's got some background noise.
they have a philosophy of
There you
what
go.
type of team it's going to be. Either it's going to be a youth team, or if it's going to be a team that that spends, but still focus on the academy. We don't have that. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't have that at all. I'm just
you guys have a philosophy. Spurs got a philosophy, which is play the same players until they die. Until like the wheels, until the wheels fall off. I don't know that. How long Kane been playing? 15 years. How long Kane been playing? 15 years or something like that.
Mad Mullah, how long have you been supporting Chelsea for?
Since '98, bro. I told you guys that.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. So let me. So since '98,
bro.
Yeah.
Stella.
No,
I
let
love
me finish.
You, bro.
Let me finish.
Please, I beg you, don't talk about money. Please,
But I want to
finish. I got.
I wasn't
you.
talking
I got
about
you.
money. You didn't let me finish. Let me finish. Right. From '98 and before, Spurs had won 3 times more trophies than your club. 3 times more successful. What happened was, in 2004, you got taken over by an owner who had one ambition, and that was to win trophies every single year. And he threw everything at it. Money, wages, building up the academy to turn the academy into. He threw everything at it, and he
only bought Chelsea because he couldn't buy Tottenham. Remember that.
And you have an owner that has one thing on his head: trophies. He doesn't care about building up the stadium. He doesn't care about having NFL contracts and having concerts. All he cares about is how many trophies can I bring to Chelsea, right? We have an owner whose number one priority is, how do I make this club worth more money for me? That's his priority. So you can't compare us to Chelsea, because your owner will do whatever it takes to win trophies. Ours won't. Ours will not. So when you come on here talking about tactics and quality of player and Conte, you think he's defensively stupid. Dude, you are comparing a club whose priority isn't to win trophies. So you can't say these things. Like, it's not like.
And you guys weren't, as Chelsea fans, you weren't saying that about Conte when he was winning you the league and winning you FA Cups and stuff like that.
Yeah. But with the same argument right now, you're telling me. First of all, what I'm sensing is a defeated fan. I don't like.
We are defeated. We've had to deal with Daniel Levy for 20 years. Of course.
I don't like that. I know you are, but you not only defeated, but
okay, we're gonna win the league.
I don't like
Sanchez
that.
is gonna lift the Premier League, and Ben Davies is gonna score the winner in the FA Cup final.
What's the point of English Premier League? Then what's the point of it? What's the point of this competition?
To win
entertainment.
To win it.
My question.
Mate, there's one. No. Pull your head out.
It depends what club you are.
Pull your head out your fucking arse for a minute. There's one thing being positive. There's another thing being fucking delusional. You know what I mean? And I ain't delusional.
Don't be a condom, bro. Don't come between two men. Let me talk to you. Let me listen.
I'll come between you and whoever the fuck I want, bro. What you
like
gonna
a condom
do?
Right now. You're like a dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
He's cussing at me, man. I don't understand that.
Mad Mullah. It depends what. I'm answering your question.
You spoke.
I'm answering your question.
You spoke, right? Let me tell you something. You spoke.
You asked me a question. What's the point of the Premier League?
Before you ask your question.
Right.
Listen. Okay. Listen.
I'm listening.
I am sick at this type of questions or this type of because look, teams like Manchester United,
truth hurts.
They
the
made
truth
their
always
legacy.
hurts,
Yeah. They made their legacy 70, 80 years ago, right? Why they were able to do it 80 years ago? Isn't it because they had money, fans?
Because we had an owner who wanted to win trophies.
Not you. I don't know if you guys won trophies. I'm talking about Manchester United, Arsenal.
Because they had an owner who wanted to win trophies.
Exactly. So why are you looking at us like we are like a strange in the bunch? Like, hey, you guys.
I'm not the one coming on here saying Conte is a clown when it comes to defending. You said that, and I'm explaining to you why you're saying that.
Because everybody's welcome. That's
because
why.
we have an owner who doesn't care about trophies. So if you've got an owner who doesn't care about trophies, how can you expect the manager to win the trophies?
Are you telling me? That's the thing. I'm asking you as a Spurs fan. All 3 goals, they're identical. They're all
I
identical.
don't know either.
Yeah.
The 3 goals that happened
They're
today, they are
identical. They're identical fuck ups from shit players.
Okay, so that's the question I came here for. I'm noticing a tendencies with Conte and Spurs that you guys give too much space, and your players are not rushing to cover up the space. That was my question.
They're not
and you
good
guys
enough.
start talking about money, talking about Chelsea. I'm just sharing with you this. That's all.
Yeah,
Do you
but
think
no,
Conte
mad,
isn't telling them
mad.
to cover the space? I
Yeah,
mean,
but
of
mad.
course he is. They're just
Mad.
not good.
What Stella
They're
is trying
scared.
to
They get scared all the time.
what
in
Stella is
basketball.
trying to tell you, like if you buy good players with a lot of money, you get intelligent players. We don't have that. That's the issue. Even if Conte doesn't say anything, they will.
So you guys telling me right now Southampton is better than Spurs?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, well, that's what you guys saying.
No.
No,
Hold on.
it's not what we're saying.
Hold on.
What I saw today.
Hold on.
They played better than Spurs today, yeah.
Hold on.
100% they played better than us.
Hold on. Madmullah, how long has Hassan Hutel been at Southampton?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What you say?
Yeah, I thought you might not hear that. How long has
No.
Hassan Hutel been at Southampton?
I swear I'm not hearing. So are you chewing
The
on
manager,
something? Spit
the
out
manager of
truth.
the manager of Southampton. How long has he been the manager? The same manager.
I've been seeing him maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
Right, and how many times
don't-
has he lost 9-0, 5-0, 6-1? Quite a few.
Quite
a few.
From what I'm noticing,
And he doesn't get
noticing,
sacked. He doesn't get sacked. Instead,
they're
put trust.
improving though. They're improving.
Yeah, because they haven't sacked the manager, and they put faith, and they slowly let him do his job. At Tottenham, because our priority is not to win trophies, is to make money. If the fear of not finishing top 4 and not making money kicks in, we sack the manager and we start again. And we sack the manager and we start again. And I go back to what I said to you. Our priority is money. It's not trophies. So it affects the manager. It affects the players. It affects the team. Everything gets affected. Southampton's priority is to stay
Okay,
in
hold
the
on. All
Premier
right.
League.
Okay, hold on for a second. While I appreciate like the whole Chelsea thing, like we didn't play Chelsea today, right? So I'd like to move the conversation back onto today's performance and Spurs players.
That's what I was asking. I was asking, boss. 3 identical goals from the same side.
Not identical.
Emerson
2 were
was
identical.
involved. Well, 2 identical from the same side. What I'm hearing is we're not spending money. We're not doing this. Are you tactically a fuck up this game? You did tactically fucked up this game.
Did we tactically?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, there's an element to that.
We are playing. We're not playing to our strengths. But
So money is not the issue. The issue is Conte tactically fucked up your team.
No. It is the issue. It is the issue because
players
if you
we
bring
have
in
can't perform the tackles.
Antonio Conte, you know he plays with attacking wing backs. So if you don't give him those fucking players, why did you bring him in?
So Mamula, what I want you to understand, and you've been coming on the show since Conte joined. So I'm guessing that's kind of what brought you to the channel, right? Chelsea manager coming to Tottenham. But before that, we had Nuno Espirito Santos, okay? And with these players, like you think tonight's performance was bad. Take that times 1,000 and bring it down, and that's how these players were playing after the first 3 weeks. In
he
the
saw
Premier
it
League.
when Chelsea beat us 3-0 at home earlier in this
season,
so.
right? I mean, it was bad, right? So, while you could say that Conte, screwed us up tactically, that's really not the issue at hand here. The issue at hand here is that Tottenham have had all of our good players under Pochettino are gone, except for Kane and Son and Lloris, right? Anyone who was a good player under Pochettino was gone, except for Son, Kane, and Lloris. We now have to rebuild the Steve Hitchen rebuild area. You can go watch a show that We Are Tottenham TV did. Most of them were flops or underwhelmings. The majority of Steve Hitchen's signings were flops and underwhelming. Maybe 3 or 4 good signings. Right, that's it. Nobody outstanding. We're now in the Paratici area where his first transfer window was horrible except for Romero. Right, Brian Hill is a flop. Well, Pepe Sarr, we don't know. He hasn't played for us yet. He's been on loan still over in wherever he plays. Emerson was a flop. Galini was a flop. So 3 out of the 5 players. Hold on.
Bentancur is good.
Yeah, hold on. But that's this one. I haven't got there yet, right? 3 out of 5 of those 3 out of 5 of the players that we signed in the summer were flops. Okay. Now we've signed Kuleveski and we've signed a Bentancur. Most of the Tottenham fans that I had heard in the transfer window weren't necessarily enthused. Some people were happy about Kuleveski. Most people said Bentancur was garbage. I said he's not.
I never said that. I never said that, by the way.
I'm just saying it's a lot of
I said
people did.
I said Kulu's garbage. That I said that.
Kulu needs definitely. I don't think he's not a replacement for Lucas Moura. That's for sure. He's not an upgrade on Lucas Moura. He's just not fast enough to play on the wing. I think I'd like to see him in a 3-5-2 in the midfield. But before we get into that, I do want to bring in 2 more people that have joined the show in order that they've jumped in here. So we've got Lukman Yunus. I can't read his name. Eugene's in the house.
Eugene.
And we got 10. We got 10 people. I'm gonna have to pull myself out and just be a studio. Somebody's got a big echo.
Is it me?
Matt Muller left. Yeah, I think it is you, Eugene.
I think it's
Yeah, you gotta put echo cancellation on. Now you've muted yourself, can't hear you at all, but welcome to the show. But we do have someone else.
Marcelo, yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro.
You know him, you love him. Marcelo's in the house. Matt Mula decided to step back so Marcelo could come in. What's going on, my friends? Sorry you had to witness that today, but it is what it is.
We are fucking shit, bro. Jesus Christ. We are fucking shit. What the fuck was that?
That was your boy Emerson, my friend. That's what that was.
He is fucking... I can't defend him, bro. I cannot defend him. I didn't... First off, I can't... I have to raise my hands up. I couldn't watch the match. We were so busy at work today. It was a full house, but
You're fine.
I saw the highlights. I saw enough, bro. The highlights itself speaks the whole story, bro. What a horrendous performance. Typical Tottenham, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
it's okay, Marcelo.
Before Marcelo carries on, can I just say, I actually do like Mad Mullah coming on the show.
I like him too. So thank you for Mad Mullah for coming on the show. You're always welcome. Some people in the comments were getting a little hot. Why do you let this guy on the show? Because everybody's welcome on Will Stewart THFC Rants.
I have to call him Mad Mullets. Mad Mullet.
Do you know what? It takes a bit of balls to go into a show where you know everyone hates your club.
Does.
Like, hates your club. So fair play to him for coming on. But I also, Mad Mullah, I do fucking hate your club. Just to confirm that.
Yeah,
we hate your club, not you, Mad Mullah.
Fucking hate Chelsea.
Fuck your club,
fucking
dude.
hate Chelsea.
Honestly, I hate Chelsea more than Arsenal. I'll be honest.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't stand Chelsea.
I hate Arsenal.
I'm with him.
That way. I mean, I hate Chelsea.
We like you too, mate.
Fucking hate Southampton.
But we hate Chelsea.
Keep playing, Emerson.
Keep playing, Emerson.
Right
I
on,
love it.
I hate Arsenal, but they suck. But I hate
to tell the truth, right? Today's performance, right? I didn't watch it live. I was asleep, so I rush watched it during when I woke up at the time.
You piece of crap.
No,
Sleeping? Wow, you need sleep.
they
Oh,
were
look at me. I'm
pressing us.
busy and I have to
No,
sleep.
no, they were pressing us like crazy. And in the day, I think, during my show when I did it earlier, I asked one thing was very important. How was the weather? And all you said is going to rain. And I said, okay, it's not going to be good. It's going to mess up Harry Kane's hair and he can't score. But
Oh, we got rid of that
I
problem.
think
Totally
we have that.
That's true.
I think what we have is right. No,
Nah,
we have the kind of.
I'm pissed, bro. We went today. We were so close to top 4. We just keep throwing it, man.
No,
and you know what?
Guys,
Hold on. Okay, so
our defense. Come on.
I don't
The
think they
first
will,
goal.
hold on.
What
Hold
did
on.
Davis do?
Forget top 4, man.
Hold on.
I don't
Davis,
think
he
we're gonna
just slipped. He slipped. It happens.
Yeah, that's why when it's raining, right? We got Bambi on ice, right? Okay, and then we've got Davis who slips, right? So what do you expect from that?
Yeah, what do
Right?
you expect,
So,
what do you
come
expect
on.
him to do, okay? He gave his best.
But it wasn't the slip that was the bad
He
part.
keeps
It was
giving his
the
best and
marking
come on,
after
if
the
his
slip.
best is like that, right? Oh,
Hey,
you
Eugene,
can't blame me on the slip.
he gave his best,
Mhm.
okay?
It wasn't Sanchez.
Yeah,
Like that is the most.
No, but Sanchez was shit. Like,
He was also poor, though. He was
Eugene,
The whole defense was shit other than Romero, bro.
guys, we keep talking about defense.
Yeah, that's true.
Southampton had 29 shots. We had 10.
It's a joke.
Yeah, that's true too. And when I looked, whenever they started out, I didn't even know
Alright,
who they were gonna.
Okay,
All right, we gotta talk one at a time. Too many
Conte-
people talking at one time. I can't hear anybody. Right? Gotta go one at a time.
No, are you gonna say the Conte got it wrong?
Yeah.
Partly
got
yes.
the midfield
Yeah,
wrong.
he did.
You got the midfield
Formation.
wrong.
Midfield for
Yeah,
sure.
I expected him to play. I expected him to play 5-2.
Yeah, he got a little bit wrong. Yeah, should have played 3-5-2.
Yeah, I
Ben
think
Carr
he
should have
played 3-5-2.
started.
Wayne Højbjerg
One thing I've noticed, right? Teams
Højbjerg
that
and-
press us,
We're
we don't know how
fucked.
we don't know how
We
to
don't
get
know
out
what
the
to do.
press. We don't know how to get the press. And also, if we don't control the ball in the middle, teams dick on us. They fucking dick on us.
Hold on, but hold on. That was the case, and this is where, and I understand that he's a new signing and all that stuff. But as soon as Bentancur came on, we had no problem evading their press. No problem at all.
Nope.
The press
He's
was
a
not even an
box-to-box-
issue.
He's a box-to-box midfielder. He's
No,
what
he's
we
not.
need.
Money.
Will, you're
Exactly.
right. Will, you're right. You're right. When he came on, the game changed. The problem is he can't do it all by himself though for the whole game. Like he can't,
Yeah, that's
he needs,
true.
He needs other players to step up their game too. No one did.
But that's what I'm saying. If we had, that's why I would like to see a 3-5-2 with Winks or Kuleveski or
I
Skip
don't
and
wanna see
Kuleveski. Well, I mean, Skip's hurt right now, so he's the only option. I don't want to see Højbjerg doing it.
Yeah,
See,
but
this
why?
is the problem. Half the fans don't want Winks. The other half don't want Højbjerg. The other half don't want fucking.
Winks has been playing better than Højbjerg now.
No,
so.
no, you should.
There's no one
Wicks-
left.
Wicks-
There's no one left.
Winks has not been
Don't
playing
make me
better
go
than
sofa,
Højbjerg.
sofa square.
No, go on Sofa scoring right now.
Oh fuck, Sofa School, man.
The worst.
Stats don't tell the whole truth, man.
But what are you
Wait,
watching the
Højbjerg
game
needs
today?
to
How
be-
many times did Højbjerg give the ball away today in the midfield? How many
They all
in the first half?
Do you know?
Okay,
do you know
Not
who
more
gave
than
away?
fucking
Do you
Emerson.
know who gave away the ball the most today? And it's a record. It was
Sanchez
a record.
and Emerson and Sanchez.
17 times each. That's never happened
That's
in a game.
ridiculous.
They're fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
They can't control a ball, and in pouring rain. I mean,
The thing is,
Yeah, my
have a
question is,
question
where's
for
Tomiyasu? And we got Emerson. My God.
Will,
What?
I have a question for you.
Where's Tomiyasu, man?
Who, according to you, who was the best defender, according to you?
Today?
Romero.
Yeah.
Romero, easily.
Okay, how come Sofa scores say it's Ben Davis?
Because it has to do with particularly how much of the ball they have seen, right? It's a statistical rating. You have to look at it with a grain of salt.
Okay, so that's why. So that's my point. Sofa scores BS then.
No, it's not always. It's not always. If you're talking about particular items of how a player played, it's not BS, right? You have to understand. Just because it's not biased, it's going based on the numbers. So if Davies was on the ball more, was tested more, did more, was more active in specific tasks, he's going to rate higher, even if he had a bad game. It's like that game that Emerson was like dog crap and was like at an 8 or some crap like that, right? Like it just happens sometimes. Now, 95% of the time, SofaScore reflects accurately what happens in the pitch, but sometimes you do have weird things where like Chelsea's going at Emerson the entire match, and so because he had a lot of activity, his stats are going to be upraised because sometimes he's going to be successful and sometimes he's not, right? That's just how it goes.
Do you know
Man, we're fucked. No, like honestly, like I can already see it happening. Like this squad is going to crumble. We're not getting top 4, bro. I can already see it.
We're not getting
hold on. Hold on. Before you do that, I just want people to know mathematically, right? If we would have won today, top 3 was on. Top 4 is still easily mathematically in reach. We would be 6 points ahead of the next contender in the top 4 race.
Choke like we
I'm
do
just saying.
and I'm just saying we're going to choke like we do every time.
Marcelo bounced out. I'm sure he'll be back.
Everyone knows
we're going to choke like we do every time.
Wolves and then
yeah.
City, right?
Did
And we
anyone
have
see Conte's press conference?
I don't know.
no.
Like, he was fucking brutally honest about it, though.
What did he say? The usual shit.
No,
We're not good enough.
no, he said, I told everyone that would listen before the game, and I'm going to keep telling you, like, we are not, I mean, I'm paraphrasing massively, but he basically said, we're nowhere near the finished article. We're not going to be the finished article. We ain't that good.
Yeah, but
Like,
Jason,
he ain't under no fucking illusions of the shit he's got.
But Jason, right? It's good that he's honest. The problem is, he's all nice and honest now. But if we don't get top 4, there is no way this board are gonna back him with big money. Everyone was saying in the media, it's not about now. It's not about January. The big spend's gonna be in the summer. Who the fuck is gonna want to come to us if we're back in the Conference League thing? Who
I think we'll make it Europa. I think we'll make Europa. I don't think we're going to go to the
that.
conference.
I'm just saying he was brute. Like I 100% agree with you. Still, all I'm saying is Conte didn't try and soft soap that shit in his press conference.
But it's like
he was like, no, like we weren't good enough. Do you know what I mean? He knows damn well what the fucking flaws in the team are. I just hope the fucking.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you all the
help
question,
him
right?
fucking fill the holes.
Let me ask you all the question, right? When is this going to end? When am I going to stop going to games and watching the away end, jumping up and down, partying, singing Tottenham get battered everywhere they go? It's happened. When is it going to stop happening, man? Like, I sat there today and I said to myself, oh my God, it's happened again.
When Levy gets kicked out, that's
No, it's not even Levy. No, look, whoever the owner is sitting in the box, yeah, he can affect because he signs crap players. But once that Postros is gone, when Davies is upgraded, when Winks is upgraded, when Dyer is upgraded, that will stop.
Yeah, but Will, why has he got rid of Brian Hill?
But he hasn't done.
Because Brian Hill's not a player. I don't know why you guys keep saying that Brian, he's not a player.
Brian Hill needed that loan. He's getting minutes now in Valencia. He's going to get become.
He'll never play in the Premier League. Brian Hill will never play in the Premier League.
Let me finish the sentence.
That's a bold statement.
Let me finish the sentence. Why is he getting rid of players like Brian Hill, but he keeps Emerson and Doherty and these other players? Why does he keep them then? Because
we have more depth in the position that Brian Hill's playing at. We don't have depth in the position that Emerson's playing at.
My theory is this still.
They wanted to upgrade in Emerson's position.
Yeah, I think they wanted to upgrade, but they couldn't get the player they wanted. And instead of just buying any old shit to fill the space, which we've done before and has turned out famously.
I disagree with that.
They've decided that they're going to
Emerson was that player.
That they want.
Emerson was the upgrade on Serge Aurier, and I'd have him back in a fucking heartbeat right now.
Right, but that doesn't dispute what I'm saying.
I would take
Nah, I'm not.
You know what I mean?
Nah. Y'all forgetting how shit Aurier was. Emerson, no, don't get it twisted. Emerson is shit, but Aurier has cost us so many games.
Yeah, but it's usually like with a dumb foul.
No. Yeah, exactly. Aurier by himself probably cost us top 4 last season. By himself, bro. The amount of points we dropped because of Aurier, I could have counted. It was about nearly 20, bro. That guy was a mistake every fucking game. the penalties he gave away, the fouls he would give away, the poor defense. He wouldn't even track back.
Yeah, but going forward, dude, he got like 3 or 4 goals a season on average, man.
Okay, going forward, he was okay. He wasn't even that good. He was average at best. Better than Emerson, yes. But going forward, he was okay. Defensively, he was so much fucking worse than Emerson. He cost us so much more than Emerson has ever cost. Don't say that Serge Aurier needed to be sold. He was fucking god-awful shit. I would not take Serge Aurier back. These people saying that they would are just living off the few moments that he actually landed across. Remember the amount of times he would just cross or go the other way? He wasn't that much better than Emerson, bro. His crosses were shit. The only person I would take back that I regret we sold was Trippier, bro. And I said that. I said, why are we selling Trippier over fucking Serge Aurier? Trippier's way better. Way better
because somebody actually wanted him. We sold him for a pretty decent
It makes no
money
sense.
to
We should have sold
Atletico Madrid.
Aurier and kept Trippier until we find a replacement for Trippier. That was it. But we sold the wrong right back. As soon as we sold Trippier, we were fucked.
We should have sold Kyle Walker Peters. To tell the truth, should have
Kyle
sold
Walker
Kyle Walker
Peters.
Peters.
Yes, we should have kept him. We should have kept him.
Guys,
He was another player.
Who signed Emerson?
Paratici.
Who signed Hill?
Paratici.
No.
Okay, no, hold on. Emerson, I will say, yes, he is shit going forward. He does not seem to fit Conte's system at all. He seems to be like really bad. But looking at hindsight,
he's just not.
Yeah.
Hold on. I will before we move any further on this, and I'll be quiet. Dietrich Kane. Hold on, I can post the video. Dietrich Kane's excuse for why Emerson was so bad at the beginning of the year was because he is a right wing back.
No, I don't recall. That's not true.
I'm gonna clip it and put it on Twitter for everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's good. But also too, just Will Stewart's fact of the moment. Højbjerg played 60 minutes and had 43 touches. Bentancur played 30 minutes and had 31 touches.
But
bossed it.
As I was saying, I think Brian Hill. I think people are being a little bit harsh. I think the loan was a good move. He's balling out for Valencia. I think there is a player in there. He's still young. I think him getting minutes is. I think him getting minutes is gonna be massive for us. And bro, what do you mean too small? At 20, you can definitely bulk up, bro. You can definitely bulk up, especially
when you're
like,
5'8".
You're still growing. You're still growing. You can bulk up.
He needs to get minutes in an English.
Yeah,
league.
he needs to get minutes. He needs to get phicality. Like
no, Marcelo, he needs to get minutes in an English league.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
listen,
He should have gone to the
No, hold on.
Champions.
He left already. Did you not see Conte's interview where Conte said, "Yeah, he's a good player, but he's not fit for the Premier League. He's just not Premier League quality."
He said he's not fit now. He's not fit now, which is true. He isn't fit right now for the Premier League. He needs to get some game time. He needs to grow. He needs to get some nutrition on him. He needs to, bulk up a little bit. That's possible.
It's more than a little bit, right? He's got to put on at least 30 pounds and put it on well. That's not easy.
And you can do it. It's not easy, but you can do it within a year. I bulked up within a year. I bulked up within a year.
Not 30 pounds of muscle. When you're already sitting at like 8 to 10% body fat. Yeah, he does. He needs to be about 170.
30 pounds. He doesn't need to get 30 pounds of muscle. That's cap, bro. 30 pounds of muscle is like fucking what I ain't like. Fuck it. Like that's basically like a bodybuilder. That's too big. That's like fucking Traore level, bro.
How many
30 pounds of muscle.
170 is too big?
How many
No. Getting 30 pounds of muscle. You're saying 30 pounds of muscle.
He's not going to get 30 pounds of fat.
Nobody,
right?
Dude, he doesn't need 30 pounds of muscle. He needs about like 20, 15 pounds of muscle around there. He just needs to be slightly built. He's also a winger. 30 pounds of muscle is a lot, man. That's crazy.
He still needs to be fast. Like you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Some
you can't
guys
just
bulk up and it slows them down a lot.
Yeah, you can't bulk up 30 pounds. That's fucking like bodybuilder shit.
Yeah, not everybody's an absolute freak like Adama Traore and can just be massive and still ridiculously fast.
So at 5'8", an athlete's weight should be 169 pounds.
It says online he's 5'9". close to 5'10".
But that's even 176. If he's 5'9", that's you're right, 5'9". He's 5'9". He weighs 140. He's 4 pounds below the male average for his weight. That would be like skinny. Super skinny is 144, and he's like 140 pounds. 176 pounds is what the athletic weight of a 5'9" athlete should be. 176 pounds. He weighs 140. The dude is a chicken-legged scratch mini-man player. He weighs literally 15 pounds more than my 14-year-old.
Hold on a second. Neymar weighs less than what he's supposed to weigh.
What's Neymar's size?
Neymar is like 5. It's the same size as him, about 5'9".
Neymar's 5'9", 150 pounds. So he's got at least 10 pounds
that's
on.
That's not that 10 pounds. He can gain 10 pounds.
10 pounds of muscle.
Brian Hill can gain 10 pounds of muscle within a year, with a proper nutrition and a proper lifting regimen. Yes, I gained 10 pounds in this year of muscle.
That's from McDonald's.
No, I don't eat McDonald's, bro.
I'm joking. I ate McDonald's. That's why.
He's got to be at least 150 pounds. At least.
Yeah, if he gets 150 pounds, 160 pounds, he's good, bro.
Would you guys play him left wing back?
Who?
Brian Hill?
No.
Fuck.
What the fuck? What the hell? What are we doing, bro?
His defensive ability is like, but look, he's got to gain 10 pounds. Until he weighs 150, I don't want to see his ass on the pitch again.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too hyped up about Kulusevski. I know people were hyped up about him.
Yeah, same thing.
I used to watch him in Juventus. I thought he was too slow. I don't know what people were saying. He was too fast. I don't want to hate on the guy, but it just seems like I was actually hyped up for Banteker because I watched him in Uruguay a lot, and and people were telling me, oh, he's garbage. He's Juventus. I'm like, bro, he's a good fucking player. I don't know what people are smoking.
Some things have him weighing in at 155 pounds. Some have him at 150 pounds. I think when Neymar looks more like 155 pounds than he does 150 pounds.
Also, Neymar gained some fucking fat this year, bro. He been looking chubby, so I don't know if all that is muscle.
Do you guys think we're going to beat Wolverhampton?
No.
It's going to be tough.
No.
It's going to be harder than today.
Not playing like that.
Do you know
if he starts Bentancur, we'll beat him.
You know what I think it is, Stel. I think us having those. I think this squad lacks the ability to play games and games out. Right? I think we can have like a good performance, but then if we have to play a game in 3 days or 4 days, we can't repeat that performance. I think when
Marcelo, we can't play in the rain.
No. I think when those games
come on,
got
we're not
canceled,
Thai. I don't want to hear any of that rain
I don't
bull
want to
crap.
hear no rain bullshit. When we got our games got canceled, it actually favored us. This squad doesn't have the physical ability to play week in and week out. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it's physical, mate. I think it's fucking mental.
It's mental.
Like,
it's mental.
We don't have the mental ability to fucking see out a game to a win.
But the thing is, Jason,
how long of the match was left when we was still in front?
But the thing is, Jason, when you
not a whole lot. 30 minutes.
Right, and then how much of the match was left when it was a draw?
No. It was the
73rd
minute. 73rd minute. We were 2-1 up. Then an injury happened. The game stopped for like 5 minutes.
Right. But my point is, it's mental with them. They get one fuck up, and then all them old fuckers that heads drop, all drop again, and it all goes to fucking shit.
Jason,
but the thing is, Jason, when you already lack that mental ability to stay concentrated, when you're now on top of that being physically pushed, right, to play week in and week out, that makes the mistakes double. You know what I mean? And I think we're gonna see that this squad they're just shit, bro. This defense is shit. We need to get 2 center backs. Get a right wing back. I would say fix the defense. I don't know about Reguilon.
Reggie can't defend. Reggie can't defend. He can't defend.
He doesn't need to defend. That's the whole point.
But the thing
that's the whole point of playing a 3-4-3.
He's the least of my concern in that defense right now. Him and Romero are the least of my concern. I would much rather get a left-sided center back and right side of center back. And people are saying, "Oh no, we got Dyer. Put Cutie in the right, and put Dyer in the middle." No, I'm telling you, same shit's gonna happen with Dyer. And we keep going through this season every fucking time. I keep telling you, people, these guys, leopards don't change their fucking spots, man. They've been doing it for fucking 8 seasons. If you haven't learned how to defend at age 28 to 26, you're not gonna learn it at 30.
The problem
you know what I mean?
is, if you want to play Conte ball, you need good as a minimum requirement. Good wing backs. And we don't have good wing backs.
We don't have average wing backs.
But am I wrong, though? Someone tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, statistically, Reguilon is one of the best left backs in the Premier League right now.
He's been very good this season. He's been very good this season.
Y'all just don't know.
He's been very good this season. I think people who've been hating on Reguilon, I don't understand it.
All the time. He's an outlet for our game all the time. We find him in space. He gets in
he's
dangerous
not
areas.
good enough.
His end product, he can improve. How old is Reguilon? 24?
He put one good cross in all game.
It's not good enough, guys. He's so inconsistent. That's not normal.
You see?
Oh, come on. He's like the last of our worries, though, right now.
He's the last of our worries.
You see, Lucas Moura, when he whipped that ball in across the defence to the back post.
Play Lucas a right wing back.
What did I do?
Lucas, when he whipped it to Sonny for the goal, Reggie tonight had 3 chances to play a ball like that, and each time he fucked it. Each time he screwed.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
That glorious ball he put behind all 3 of the fucking players.
Jason, I was right in front of that.
I was right in front of that. What the fuck was that shit?
Do you know how bad it was? When he got substituted, he didn't go straight to the dugout. He walked behind the goal and round. Yeah. As he walked behind the goal, I don't know if you heard it. The entire South stand was booing him. They're like, boo.
Oh, that's a bit rough.
Who?
Mate, it was terrible.
Booing who? Mora?
Reggie.
No, Reggie. That's a bit
wrong.
rough. That is
you shouldn't boo that.
Regular?
Guys, would you sell Reggie back to Real Madrid?
Yes.
No.
100%.
No.
100%.
Oh, if they come in and buy him for £40 million?
I
don't know. For £45 million, you couldn't replace him.
Do you know what? When you look at Chilwell, Reece Jones, Robertson,
Chilwell hasn't even fucking played
Trent,
for Chelsea this season.
Kieran Tierney for Arsenal.
Dude, but Kieran Tierney's going to cost at least £65 million.
No, I'm not saying buy him. But when you look at Kieran Tierney, Trent, Robertson, Chilwell,
Kieran
Reece
Tierney
James,
hasn't barely starting for Arsenal either. He's been very inconsistent
guys,
this season.
No, guys, hear me out. When you look at them type of players on their day, what they're like, we don't have a left or right back at that level. Reggie,
I disagree. I think Reggie on his day can definitely change the game.
He can't defend. You need to defend.
With 3 at the back, you don't need to defend. That's what Conte's saying.
No, but Will, they go into a back 5.
Right, he just needs to be there to take space and mark a man. His job is not to put in a tackle.
He can't. You say that, but Emerson got spun 5 times today, and they're putting crosses in because Emerson can't defend. The same thing happened against Brighton. Sully March raped Emerson.
Right, but if we had better, like a more solid back 3, and we had possession more often, we were pushing higher up the place. If we were pressing like Conte wanted him to, you don't have to defend.
I think Reggie's.
I agree with Will. I think watching, because if you look at Hakimi doesn't do very well at defending either. He's more of a winger. No. Stop, Dietrich. Hakimi don't defend, bro. Hakimi don't defend, bro. He's more of a fucking winger than he is a right wing back.
No.
That guy's a winger, bro. Pretty much.
Wait. I'm Moroccan. I watch him with the national team.
Hakimi don't defend, bro.
He can defend.
He don't defend, bro. He rarely defends.
I will agree that Reggie is not at the top of the list of problems we need to solve.
He's not the top of the list.
What I am saying is, though, I would replace him if I could.
With who?
Angelino.
I don't fucking know. I'm not a scout, but I'm just saying. I would replace him if I could.
15 million for Angelino of Leipzig.
Guys, there's a player
Angelino can't defend either.
Yeah, but
There's a
he can
player.
cross.
I'm not
There's a
saying.
player
I'm
at
just
Spurs.
saying.
His
We've already
project
got a
is worse
player.
than.
Play the youth.
Hold on. One at a time.
We've
I'm not
got a
saying
player.
that we
We've
have
got the
to-
player. We've got the player. But Conte doesn't play him. He's called Lavernier. He's straight out the Chelsea academy. This boy can play right back, left back. He is good. He is
I like
good,
Lavernier.
man. He
So
doesn't
bring
get
him in.
any. Yeah, but you're telling me.
He isn't.
But what I just want to say too
He's too
is
young.
out of
He's too
all the
scared.
players, hold on.
He's
Out of
too
all
scared
the
to take Emerson off. He's
out of
too
all
scared
the
to take
players,
Emerson off.
out of all the players that need to be replaced, Reguilon's not even in the top 5.
No.
Not even in the top
For
5.
me, number
I
one,
I agree.
number one, it has to be Doherty and Emerson, and I say I put them
Both
both together, both of them. Doherty and Emerson. Number
Davies.
2, Davies. Get him the fuck out of here. Number 3, you're all going to disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. Dyer.
Winks.
I don't. Yep. I don't
agree.
care what people
Top
tell
5.
me. People saying that we should play Cutie, our best defender, at right.
We should
center
just get
back
rid of all
when
the
his
dead wood,
best
right? The
position-
list that we had. That's all.
when all of his best position, when Cutie's best position is at central center back, right? We're gonna move him at right
best
center
position
back.
in one system. It's a different. I get what you're saying, but it's a totally
Well,
different.
I want to ask.
system.
I want to ask Eugene a bit of a question. Bro, Malaysia's not that big of an island. Are you driving around the whole island or what, man? You've been driving for like 2 hours.
Yo, I'm driving to work, bro. It's drive with Eugene.
How far away do you live? How far away from work do you live,
Oh,
my
it takes
friend?
me about.
Are you driving to
it takes me
Singapore? What
about
are you
half
doing,
an
man?
hour.
You've been on
me
here
about-
longer than a half hour, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
More than half an hour. 45 minutes to reach work. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It takes
with
me about that
Reguilon,
much.
not saying we get rid of him whatsoever. I like Reggie. I just think he needs to do more. I want to see growth in his game so I could go in next season and say, you know what, we got one of the best, win backs in the league. And I think there's a bit of inconsistency. And today, there were a couple of times, especially that counter attack I mentioned earlier, that drove me nuts, ballistic. That was the one where it was a chance for us, which it's hard to come by, and his pass went wide, but
Like, can I?
he could do better. I'm just saying that he could do better.
I think we
No,
should
but
all
there's one
cheer
thing-
ourselves up and talk about Bentacle's performance.
Can I
He
just say
actually
one
played
thing quick?
pretty well.
One thing quick. Like, I agree with Marcel saying that Reg is not a top 5 priority to get him out, but to play Conte's system, we need something better.
He plays. No. The thing is, he fits Conte's system. What are you talking about?
No, he
Conte likes bombing wingbacks. He's a
Yeah, but
bombing wingback.
Yeah, but
There's no
Yeah,
end
but
product.
his end product
there's no
ain't that
exactly.
great.
So that's why I'm saying it
He's
doesn't
got
fit.
more assists than any of our most of our fucking midfield
Okay,
and anybody
so-
else.
Saying a
You have to
lot
understand.
when
Hold
the
on. You have to
pass-
understand.
What do you mean?
Hold on.
Product.
Reguilon, according to the Premier League site, Reguilon is in the top 15 performing defenders in the Premier League this season.
He's a
Good
good
on him.
and he has, and I think, if I'm mistaken,
He's
Will,
15th out of 15.
I think he has also most of our assists.
Yeah, Marcelo, but you did you watch
Yeah.
the game? How many times?
Oh wait,
he
you're
missed?
saying no, but okay, you're saying he has no. And okay, this is one game. First of all, we're
Yeah, but
we're
that's-
talking about a whole entire season, right?
And he wasn't even the
You're
worst
saying
defender on the pitch today. So
You're
I don't
saying he
know.
has no end product when he has most of our assists. You're saying he's a bad defender when he's top 15 defenders in the league, right? Like you're speaking out of, no offense, you're kind of speaking out of your ass right here. You're saying things without backing it up. Right?
Okay, no.
This is like me saying Harry Kane
Wait, who's
is an
speaking right
R-
now? Me or Marcel?
No. This is like saying
Marcelo,
Son isn't our most clinical striker this season
Marcelo.
when he has been our most clinical striker
Marcelo,
this season.
what do you think of Højbjerg?
Ah man, he's been off it. He's been off it this season.
Do you rate him? Do you not rate him?
I rate him. I just think he's been out of form for a while.
I think he's been out of form this season. I do think there is a good player in there, but this
No,
season,
but this season, would you rate him?
what would I rate him in terms of a number?
No, do you rate him as being like really good this season or not?
No, not this season.
Okay, he's in the top 5 for his position in stats.
Yeah.
Stats.
So Reggie, being top 15, can go kiss my ass.
Exactly.
But like, but
Right.
the thing is, no,
Will,
hold on,
I've arrived at my
No,
mark.
wait.
Hold on a second.
Stats of what? Stats of what?
Passing.
Okay,
he's a good-
passing
guy.
per
He's a
se,
good
like
passer.
percentage.
Yeah.
But that's what everyone
Bye-bye.
criticizes.
No,
Take care.
no,
Have a
not
good
me.
stream.
I think in the midfield. I
Take
think
it
he's a
easy,
very good
Eugene.
passer.
Take it easy, Eugene.
I think
Enjoy-
a lot of
See you, buddy.
All right.
I give you
Bye-bye.
time to plug, but
catch
it's
up.
like 10 of us. It's gonna be hard to do. So.
I think a lot of the times with
Yeah.
Højbjerg, the problem is one, he holds the ball for a little bit too long, right? But I think his passing is fine. But I think his issue is that one, he's slow without the ball, and two, he doesn't move enough when we do have the ball. He's a little bit too static, right? But I think his passing is fine. My issue, those are my two issues in this game. And I think third, most of all, I think he's trying to do too many things at once. He's trying to cover too many grounds, and he is getting caught out of position way too often. He's the most passed by player in the whole entire league, and it's because of the reasons. Because his positioning this season has been absolutely ass. His position this season has been awful. So that's my problem with Højbjerg. But I still think he's a good player. I would still play Højbjerg. Like when people were saying, "Oh, play in Nobele over Højbjerg," I wasn't I thought you have to play.
If we play this current setup, this current formation,
I think Bentancur
to
needs to start, bro.
What two midfielders would you play?
Bentancur and Skip.
What, 3-4-3?
Yeah, the current setup that he seems to be fucking
what Marcelo
stuck on.
said, Bentancur
and Skip.
Right. Now, at the moment, Skip's injured.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Do you know what I mean?
He really, the thing is, Skip
actually, he couldn't have took Emerson off because isn't Doherty injured as well?
Yeah, we're fucked there as well.
Not that that's a
no,
big
Doherty,
improvement.
Emerson, same shit, bro.
No, but I'm just saying, even if he wanted to take Emerson off, like the replacement that he normally uses.
Do you know what we should do?
Anyway.
Do you know what we should do? We should go to a back 4. Fuck this back 3 wing back system. Do it next season when we get the players. Just to get top 4. Go to a back 4.
Who's the center back pairing? Who's the center back pairing?
Dyer Romero.
Do you know what I would do? Do you know who I would think would be a perfect partnership? Rodon and Romero.
We've hardly
But he
seen
doesn't like
Rodon.
Rodon.
Rodon's hardly
I know,
played.
I know. This is the problem.
I think. Look, I think necessarily.
If they're fit, it's Dyer and Romero.
I know. When you play a left-sided center back, it's preferably better to have a left-footed one, but not all the time you need a left-footed one. I think like last season, like I know Bastoni is now playing, but last season, Bastoni, I don't think he had much minutes, right? If I'm being correct, I think it was more De Friv, Skriniar, and
No, he played. He played a lot of games.
Did he play a lot of games? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. But no,
Just play
it might.
4-2-3-1.
But like
4-2-3-1.
at times,
That's the best
a
thing for us.
left-sided center back doesn't always have to be left-footed. So I think, put Rodon in Davies' position. Like fuck it. Like Ben Davies is shit, bro.
Yeah,
He is
but
garbage.
that's my issue.
Rodon
Conte
isn't
doesn't.
good enough. Rodon
But-
isn't good enough on the ball to play on the left.
But he's
And
better
Ben
than
Davies
Davies.
is.
How much are,
And Ben
you see how
Davies
much
is.
are out- No, he's not either. But at least he's left-footed. It helps with his passing.
But
You see how
with
much are-
what, bro? His passing is shit.
I mean, honestly, I don't think Rodon would do much better. I mean,
do you know this?
At least Rodon is physical. At least Rodon can put a tackle. Doesn't
Kieran,
stand there like a fucking dickhead.
Kieran, do you know what it is? Do you know this argument, right? It's like saying, play this goalie because he's good at catching, but he's not good at shot stopping. But the other goalie, he's good at shot stopping, but he can't catch. So who'd you go with? And that's what this whole Ben Davies. That's what this Ben Davies
I'm not
argument is like. What's
faulting
more important?
Conte because like he's choosing between bad situations. Like every choice is a bad choice. That's the problem.
I can see this season going very badly for us boys.
Yeah, but I don't think Conte's ever claimed it wasn't. If I'm being honest, if I'm being fair to Conte, at no point has he said we're going to have a great fucking season.
I know
He
he's been
knows
very.
the shit.
He's
He
been
has
very truthful.
Brutally fucking honest about it.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
been.
not like he's under any illusions of what he's walked into or what he's fucking dealing with. He knows.
Man, but like I feel like we really wasted an
Guys,
opportunity.
let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question. If you've got balls getting whipped into the box, we're shit at set pieces. If you're a striker and you're thinking, right, I want to attack this ball, let me see the defenders I'm up against.
Davies, short.
Are you shitting yourself if you see Ben Davies, or are
No.
you thinking, shit, look at Rodon?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Rodon can put his body on the
he-
line. He can tackle.
Can he get forward and get on the line and move up and play balls in like
Okay.
Davis? I don't know if he
Carey.
can. Like I haven't seen it. I'm not entirely
Carey,
opposed to it because
Carey,
Davis is
let's-
shit. But you know.
Let's look at the attributes, right? From what we've seen. From what I've seen from Rodon, he's good at tackling, he's good at tracking back, and he's physical and he's tall, right? What I've seen from Ben Davies.
And he can pass.
His passing ability is okay.
For Wales,
Ben
he's
Davies, Ben Davies, right? He can't pass. He's not really that tall. He's not really that physical. His tackling is atrocious. All he has really is kind of pace on Rodon,
he's
right?
left-footed.
He's left-footed. That's it. That's the only reason why he's there. He's left-footed. It's a joke.
It's the
Play
trifecta.
Rodon.
He's got.
But I mean,
pace
if you're
and
going to
he's
argue
left-footed,
Rodon
that's
is
only
good
two.
for Wales, so is Davis. Davis is good for Wales as well.
But he doesn't play the back
At
three.
left center back in a back three, which is what they play. So they play a back three, back five most of the time.
They don't play a back. They don't play
So
a
it's a
back.
fair
back-
argument.
don't back
He does-
three.
He does play well for Wales, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
they,
they play
do.
back
They play
four.
back three five a lot. They did
back
it.
three.
They played a back three several times in the Euros.
We've never won a fucking thing with Ben Davies. I mean, he's still here, man. He's still here. Why is he still
He shouldn't.
here?
Like that's the point. Is he shouldn't
Be having a left foot.
shouldn't have to
Okay,
make
we
the
might as well
choice.
put Bentaker in fucking left center back, bro, because
I mean,
he's
but then you're
left-footed.
wasting him, though. Then
No,
you're
but
wasting
like, if
him.
that's the point, I mean, he's taller than Ben Davies, and he can put a fucking tackle, right? Like, so might as well just put him in
Play-
fucking
Oh,
left
yeah.
center back.
Play Sessegnon. Play Sessegnon left centre back.
But
Yeah,
actually,
might as well. He's left-footed,
honestly,
right?
we do have a youngster that's left-footed, Omole. He's tall and he's left-footed.
Yeah, but Conte ain't gonna play no fucking young.
Yeah, but he needs
That's
to
not
try.
his style.
Yeah, but he needs to try
Tanganga-
something.
Tanganga like had his Premier League debut at left back against Liverpool. I mean, would he be that bad on the left side? I don't know.
Yeah, and he's right-footed. So what? How can
You know what?
Tanganga, who's literally
I mean,
a center back, who play left back?
Every solution we have to the problem is another problem.
It's a bad
Right.
one. Exactly. That's the
It's
problem.
crazy,
Like,
bro. We're
No,
so
then
fucked. We're so
none
shit.
of us are under any
we can
illusions.
rag
here
on
that
these
that
players
squad
individually
needs
all
a-
we want, and they are bad.
That
but,
squad
like,
needs
there's
a
no
major fucking overhaul. We all know that. It's just whether it's going to happen.
Jason, we got rid of 13 1-3 players in the summer, and we brought in
Right.
5.
Yeah.
We've just got rid of 5 players now, and we brought in 2.
We need to get
This
rid of
rebuild
more.
this is the retarded rebuild I have ever witnessed in
No,
my
no,
life.
no, Stout. Let's be real here. That's how usually rebuilds are. You have to get rid of players first, and then it's harder to get player like.
Yeah, but Arsenal
You-
got rid of
no.
7 players in the summer. They put in 7 players for their rebuild.
But the thing is, the most
honest,
important,
we
the
needed to
issue,
get
the
Dele
issue,
and
the
Dele
issue with
well.
Hitchin was these players overstayed, right? And then we kept buying more shit players to kind of create that problem. And then those shit players became like I know you're gonna get Paratici here, but this problem started with Hitchin, bro. 300 million plus money this guy
You know
has
what?
spent at Spurs.
Hitchin- yeah, but I can't help.
Don't
but
defend
think-
Hitchin. Don't defend
I'm-
Hitchin.
I'm gonna
Don't defend
speak
Hitchin.
I'm going to speak my mind. Thank you very
Go
much.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna roast you.
Help yourself.
I'm gonna roast you because I'm sick
Alright.
and tired of these Hitchin apologists.
Okay, but do you want to let me speak before you roast
Go ahead.
me, or are you going to roast me before I speak?
Go ahead.
He's just seasoning.
Thank you very
He's just
much.
seasoning the meat.
Yeah. I'm not saying Hitchin's perfect, because he definitely has signed some shitters, but who signed off on those checks? 1. 2, Hitchin brought many a fucking good player to the table, only to have a certain Levy fucking like
That's true.
not push the boat out and sign these players. So then we had to go down the shit list and get shit players. So this is not all fucking. This is not all on Hitchin.
True, man. Skriniar was there.
Listen. Let me.
So
no,
now fucking roast me and tell me I'm wrong.
I will tell you why you're wrong.
I've been seasoned.
I'm gonna no.
Easy when you talk.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. Hitchin over he's been here for how many windows? Like I would say like 8, right? In 8 windows, he has spent over 300 plus millions of pounds. 300. That's the most any director of football has spent ever at Tottenham. And he has not managed to improve not one position of Pochettino's main guard. Not one. He did not replace Vertonghen. He did not replace Toby properly. He did not replace Rose. He did not replace Kyle Walker. He did not replace Dembele. He did not replace Ericsson. He did not replace not a single one player that we have had. Every player he has gotten was a downgrade. You are telling me, okay, blame Levy all you want, but for 300 plus million pounds, you cannot upgrade in one position of the old guard. That is, I'm sorry, just poor scouting. Hold on. I let you finish. How can you blame that on Levy when a guy can't improve on one position with 300 plus pounds? Liverpool, who spent less than us. Liverpool, who spent less than us.
And keep fucking talking.
I'm not asking you questions. I'm making a point. Liverpool, I never did. I never asked you a question. I'm making a statement. Liverpool, who spent less than us, right? That in the season made more improvements than Hitchin ever fucking did with more money. So you can't tell me, oh, it's always, dude, this guy
But Liverpool
was
spent
garbage.
more money on individual players.
Yes, but at the same time, Hitchin made those decisions of getting those multiple players in.
To be fair, Marcelo,
Hitchin did hold on before we get. There's some people that need to bounce.
Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, there's some people that need to bounce. So Mari's got to jump off, and because Mari is amazing, I want to make sure he gets a chance to promote his channel. There's 72 of you watching, and there's only like 38 likes, so I don't know what you guys are doing with that. Make sure you smash the like button. Mari, go ahead and promote yourself, and I think Raymond has to go as well. So
yeah, man, we just had our latest Spurs Love Lounge. We try to find some love tonight. But yeah, every Wednesday, 10:15 in the UK, 5:15 in the States. Check us out every hump day, and yeah, that's it.
Have a good one, Mari.
no, everybody go and subscribe to Mari's channel. It's easier to find now. It's called Mari's Spurs channel. You don't have to type a full sentence in there to find it. But I'm going to post the link into the chat. People can pop out and subscribe to Mari's channel.
Bye, my brothers.
Take it easy,
all that
mate.
stuff. So
keep your head up, man.
Yeah.
We try on Sunday, man. All right.
See you,
All right, peace out, bro.
What is
my issue?
Hold on, like
Go ahead,
first of
Jason.
all, excuse me, Poch.
Raymond needs to leave too. So
Yeah. Again, terrible performance, but at the end of the day, it was just Spursy. So, big up to everybody. Thank you, Will, for having me on. Looking forward to future streams. I have a Twitter, but I'm not ready for y'all to find out that yeah.
just search for Raymond on Twitter.
You find me. But yeah, Daniel Levy, get out my fucking club. You're ruining it. Big up. Come on, you Spurs.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on. You're welcome anytime.
To be fair, Potts wanted Lo Celso and Potts wanted Ndombele. They were the two players he picked.
Yeah, but who does the research? Who's supposed to do the research on those players? No. Who's supposed to do the research on those players? Right? You say, you say, Levy also signs the dotted line. Hitchin was in charge of the scouting. Hitchin should have done his homework on those two players. And at the end of the day, we also say Poch wasn't the person who had the final say, right?
No.
So they should have done Daniel Levy and Hitchin.
Right.
They should have had and Hitchin. They work together, bro. No. You saw the documentary. They worked together. They were side by side. They worked together.
Hitchin wanted Dybala.
He wanted players. He wanted players. He wanted players that we could not afford and get. And
we could have afforded Skriniar. That's not true.
It wasn't in the. It wasn't in the budget, right? Levy already said it.
How
he
much
said,
could
no,
we have paid for a certain player from Aston Villa that fucking?
Bro, at the end of the day, whether you think we should buy players or not, right? There is a budget, right? At the end of the day, whether we like it or not, Levy sets the budget, and you have to find a way. Yeah, and you had to work with it. And he was obviously trying to attract players that was way over our budget.
There wasn't a
budget. No, there probably wasn't. But the issue is 300+ million, and this guy did not make a single improvement in our team.
I'm not saying he's perfect, but I'm just saying
he made some improvements.
Who? Like who?
Well, I mean, at the time, Reguilon was an improvement over anybody we had at left back.
He's not better than Rose. He doesn't look like he's going to
He was better than Rose when Reguilon came in. Rose was playing with the U23s then. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Prime Rose.
A Prime Rose, sure.
He wasn't better than Rose. The only person, right, that looks like that, like let's look at this. Let's look at Hitchin starting 11. None of the players he got would start for Pochettino. Would not even sniff.
Reguilon would probably start for Poch.
Maybe. That's the only one I can maybe squeeze in, right? Maybe. But no one else,
Højbjerg,
right?
maybe, depending on who else was available.
He wouldn't. Only if Wijnaldum and Dembele were injured, and Poch also liked wings. Wings fit, his system a lot better than other managers. But in my opinion, none of Hitchin's signing would start for Pochettino. While I'm looking at, Paratici signing, Bentancur would be. I think a Pochettino signing. I think that would be a great player under Pochettino.
But he wouldn't start. He wouldn't start then.
You never know, man. I think maybe he wouldn't start over and then Bentancur.
Yeah,
Bentancur starts.
I think Bentancur would. He would be in the rotations. He would be in the rotations.
Y'all don't even know what I'm telling you right now, and I don't know why my camera keeps doing this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Tell me that no look through ball that he made that was just absolutely freaking brilliant. I literally cheered that like I cheered a goal. When was the last time you saw a pass like that come out of our midfield? When was the last time?
Never.
Harry Kane.
From a midfielder.
Yeah.
Probably Dembele. He would be in the rotations with Dembele, 100%.
He's easily as good as Prime Wanyama. That one season of Yama. Yeah, he is.
No.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Bentancur in 18-19 had fucking 12-something assists, bro.
He was
crazy.
He was one of the top number 6s in Serie A in last season.
Yeah,
did he not win 3 titles with fucking?
Yeah,
you can't doubt the dude's prowess.
You can't say he would not start Dietrich. He used to start for Juventus side that was winning Scudetos,
bro. My opinion of you and your being able to call and rate players is literally dropping, bro.
You cannot tell me a guy who used to be a main starter, one of the number 6s, right, in Serie A, who was winning league titles, wouldn't start for Spurs.
No, I didn't say he wouldn't start.
You're being biased, man.
No, I'm just saying over Prime Wanyama, I don't think so, in my opinion. I don't think so.
When we played them,
Scott, bro, you gotta stop. Scott, you and the midfield guys, you just hate all midfielders altogether. I don't even know. It's who's a good midfielder, Scott?
Bentancur would be in rotations to start for Pochettino's
I was gonna say De Bruyne.
And then who else? Romero. Romero would definitely be in rotations to start for Pochettino's team, right? Who signed those 2 players?
Yeah, I don't know, but we got Sashan.
Who signed those 2? No. We like talking about negatives, right? But who signed those 2 players?
We have Sashan Busal coming into the stream for the first time, so I do gotta play him a little intro and give him his love all the way from India. A lot of times he has mic problems. Hopefully doesn't have mic problems tonight. Sashan.
You're wrong, buddy. I'm from Nepal.
Oh, it's Nepal. That's right. I forgot. Sorry, my bad.
No worries.
My bad. But your mic sounds really good today, though, so that's good. Did you get a new mic?
Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I got it.
All right, good deal. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Good to see you all, guys.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. 78 viewers, 76 viewers. So right now, make sure you do smash that like button. Not enough likes on the stream. There should easily be 100 likes for all the people that have watched. I think like total viewers were over at like 600 viewers right now. So why there only 30, 40, 50 something likes? I don't know. It needs to be more than that.
But like, okay, who signed those two players, right?
Hitchin did, right? Which one?
No, Bentancur and Romero.
Oh, Paratici.
Okay, how long has Paratici been here?
2 windows.
2 windows, right? So in 2 windows, he already got players that are an improvement, and would say was in the level of that Pochettino squad that we had before, right? So they are an upgrade, right? And he did that with spending less money when we're in a less attractive state, and when we're in this shit financial situation, right? Because you think back then when we were in better financial situation than we are now, right? Let's be real here. So
we should have given Vertonghen a new contract, though. I don't know why.
I agree with that, but like this whole idea that Hitchin was better than Paratici, or Hitchin, Hitchin apologist. That guy spent more money than this club has ever fucking seen, and wasted it.
He was not a Hitchin apologist. I'm just saying it's not all on him.
It's not all on him, but he was a major
Daniel
part.
Levy's fault for sure. Because in
I'm
fact, I think to me it seems like Emerson and Hill were also kind of Levy signings. I don't think Paratici buys those players as his first choice.
Agreed, Will.
Who would he buy then?
Huh? Who would he buy? The other players he was in for in that window?
No,
and by the way,
who else was he?
I'm not to the comments just to address it. People are saying I'm comparing Pochettino's squad with Pochettino with Conte. I'm not comparing Pochettino with Conte. I'm comparing the squad. I'm comparing the squad that we had then to the players Hitchin tried to replace them with, and none of them lived up to any of the, like, compare Sanchez with Vertonghen. It's a joke. Compare Toby with Eric Dyer. It's a joke. Compare Nobele with Dembele. Is a joke. Compare Lo Celso with Ericsson. It's a joke. Like, compare any of these players Hitchin got with the players that Pochettino had or Mitchell got. It's so far below the level that we had. It's ridiculous.
No, but some of his scouting was well as well. We were linked with Bruno Fernandes, Paulo Dybala.
We were linked, bro. But the thing is, right, at the end of the day, you have to get the dot signed, right?
Yeah, and who
at the end of the day,
at
the end of the day, you gotta get it signed. At the end of the day, you gotta know your reasonable targets. You gotta know who you can get, and that's what Paratici is doing. He's selling the deadwood, and he is getting the best he can get. Sure, some of it is not all. Some of it is not always going to be good. Some of it we are going to get the Emersons. We are going to get those players, right? But in between that, I believe that we will get more players like Romero, more players like Bentancur. You just got to give it some windows, bro. He is not going to fix
Yeah, but it seems like for every good player he signs 2 or 3 garbage ones too. Like, he's got to stop doing that.
I wouldn't say garbage. Like, who would you say is, other than Emerson? Who would you say is garbage?
Hill.
Hill is not garbage, man.
He is,
bro.
And then you question. And then you question.
Someone should have gone for McKinney. Will was right. We were linked with McKinney, but
the first 2 signings
instead of that, we went for Gear.
Good. Hitchin is now out of the club, and Paratici is conducting a total clean out of the scouting department and bringing in new people. So
he needs to hire Stell.
Pretty sure Stell fell asleep.
Still here.
No, he fell asleep.
He probably went to go make himself something to eat. But
speaking of sleep, I gotta sleep soon, fellas.
Well, luckily the show's I started a little early tonight, so it's not even 11 o'clock yet. But we'll probably go for another 10, 20 minutes or so. 3 hours I think is good enough for this one. But before we do that, though, I do want to talk about the man of the night, Mr. Harry Kane. Where the hell was he at today?
You can't blame him. You can't.
I mean,
that header.
No, that's
no different than the one Son had last week, or
Son's-
against Brighton that you cursed him out for, Dietrich.
Okay,
I didn't curse him out. I never. Listen.
Did you?
Listen.
You
Will,
forgot
Will,
his big touch. You
I
forgot-
I never curse. Personally, I think this agenda with Kane is unneeded for. Personally, I would never.
Dietrich's what I'm
I know you are. But in my opinion, right? In my opinion, if Son and Kane drop a stinker, I don't look at them, bro, because you know what? Those guys having so much credit in the bank that I don't look at them anymore, bro. I'm starting looking at the team now. I'm like, bro, where the fuck are you, Moro? Where the fuck are you, Kulusevski? Where the fuck are these other guys?
But Moro was semi decent.
Goals. No, Wills. Goals.
Mora is hot at
Goals
goal.
and assists. We need goals
very
and fucking
inconsistent.
assists.
Moro got an assist today.
No, but we need more.
We need more of that. He doesn't do it enough.
I think Mora has more goal contributions than Kane.
No, it's not.
That's
It's
the
like
problem with playing Højbjerg and Winks. You're not going to get those assists from midfield.
Yeah, it's got Bentancur's got to start.
God, man.
It has to be Bentancur.
Bentancur, yeah,
When
he
Skip
looks like a
comes
proper
back,
player.
it's Bentancur and Skip. Like
I'm saying it, man.
Right wing
Bentancur
back
and Winks
is a
until
proper
Skip
worry
comes
for me, man,
back.
for the whole season. Right wing back is proper worry at the moment for me because
I'd really like to see if we're gonna play a 3-4-3, maybe even like a Bentancur Kulusevski midfield. Like I don't think Kulusevski has the pace to play on that right hand side. He's like to be like a
Could play as
Stevie
an
B.
attacking midfielder.
Yeah, attacking midfielder, or maybe in behind Kane in a front two or something like that. I could probably see that. He just doesn't have the pace to be a right winger.
or
I don't
3-5-2
think.
behind Skippy and Bentancur.
Behind Skippy and Bentancur?
No, I think he means in front.
Yeah, in front of those two. Yeah,
in front. Sorry,
yeah, and in midfield three. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a
midfield.
Bentancur,
That
Skip,
sounds good as
Kulusevski, like Kulusevski being a left-sided CM. Yeah.
Look,
That-
I'm gonna
that'd
be
good.
real. I wasn't excited. I wasn't excited for Kulusevski
Stell's back.
signing, but I think we still just need to give him some time. All right, just
Yeah,
give him
but,
some time.
It's gonna, I already said I'm giving him 5 to 6 games. 5 to 6 games to bet in. If he doesn't start performing after that, then I'm going to start tearing into him. But
I mean, he's had some pieces.
You're convinced
of
on
good play
Bentancur,
already.
Will? You're convinced on
100%. I was convinced on Bentancur before he put ink to paper, man. Everybody was all about the Kulusevski one. I was about the Bentancur one.
Yeah, he's a Uruguayan starter. He was a Juventus starter, man. He's won Scudetos. I was on Will's train. I was excited for Bentancur, man.
Same, I
Very
was
good player.
I was
Kulusevski
never.
is a
Still
very
convinced
high
on
upside,
Bentancur,
though.
coach? Coach still
He needs time
convinced
to
on
develop.
Bentancur?
Sorry?
Are you on the
Coach
Bentancur?
still-
And like somebody said earlier,
Yeah.
Bentancur bandwagon. I don't get on bandwagons. Will
You're
calls it
convinced on
first.
Bentancur?
That's what Will
Coach?
does.
That's nice.
Will starts bandwagons. Will doesn't get on it.
Let's cap.
I'm the wagon train.
All aboard the wagon train. I'm not convinced by Bentancur because it's too soon, but so far, I think he looks like a really, really good player.
Did you see? Did you guys see his turn? Oh, like first touch.
Oh yeah, that last against
That
Brian as well
was
too. That
crazy.
pass, I have never seen. I have seen no look passes before, but like a 50-yard no look pass, I've never seen before in my life.
Level pass, my
The
God.
laces.
And then what happened? Lucas fucked up.
Lucas fucked it up. Yes, he did. I even said that on Twitter. I tweeted that out. Lucas literally just fucked up the greatest pass out of our midfield in the last 4 years. It's on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. I'm almost at 1,000 followers on Twitter. I really haven't been putting much effort into Twitter except for maybe the last 2 or 3 weeks. And my goal is to catch Stell and Cody Mack. So follow me on Twitter if you haven't already.
Everyone follow him on Twitter. Then I'll follow him on YouTube.
There you go. You can subscribe to me.
noticed-
You better be fucking subscribed to me on YouTube, DJs. Fucking kick ass out of the show.
What about Twitch? You gotta follow him on
You can follow me on Twitch too. I do have followers on Twitch. There's a guy watching that right now. There's always that same one individual watching me on Twitch. So thank you very much for following me on Twitch.
You're just wasting your time.
By the way, Terry Wright, thank you for the comment, bro. I absolutely agree with that comment about Hitchin.
He was bigging up an Emerson earlier though, so I don't know if that was.
To be fair,
Well-
I also agree with what Terry Wright said. Because I never
Yeah.
said Hitchin was blameless. I just said he's not completely at fault.
I think, look, obviously, Yes.
Harry Kane hater is all I am. I haven't a clue. What I do know is that 20 appearances, 5 goals, and 2 assists. That's what I know.
No, I agree with your banter, but is it fair? Like, he doesn't get any service, so that's kind of unfair.
What are you talking about? The header was like...
Yeah, but that's once, like...
Oh, but last week when it was Sun, you were in the comments going all about it, right, bro?
Yeah, but of course
Why are we hating our 2 best players?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what bothers me, Marcel. The reason why I troll John and Dietrich so hard is because every time Harry Kane has a stinker, they always blame Son. What about Heung-min Son?
I never blame both.
I know you don't, but what I'm saying, that's why it bothers me. Like if everybody was like, okay, Kane had a stinker, it's just a stinker.
Yeah, but
that's
why
fine.
do you have to stoop to their level?
Because if I don't, who will? If I don't, who will?
Kane had a stinker today, though.
That's a horrible reason.
Out of the front 3, he was by far the least impactful.
He was. Look.
He made some good passes.
I'm not gonna lie. Harry Kane this season has been disappointing to his level, right? To his level, he has been disappointing. Overall, I will say, in overall competitions, he has been scoring the goals, right? But in the Premier League, he has been very disappointing. But I am willing to overlook this season because the man has given me all.
I love Harry Kane. I have pictures of Harry Kane. I have freaking trading cards of Harry Kane.
Oh, didn't you see how we have to sell him? Like, I'd rather have, what's his name? The guy from Newcastle, what's his name? The striker. What's his name? The striker of Newcastle, what's his name?
Striker Saint Maximin?
No. The guy that was at Bournemouth.
Wood?
No, the other guy.
Ryan Fraser, maybe.
Oh, Ryan Fraser?
No, not Fraser. No, the other guy.
Just look him up, Dietrich. You're naming the whole freaking squad. You're like the other guy, Newcastle.
I'll be honest.
Or Wilson.
Wilson. Didn't you say Wilson was better than
Callum
Kane?
Wilson.
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah, and you said you'd rather have Wilson.
Come on now. You can't say that now.
No, he said that. He said that. I still
This year?
Nah, he's not.
How many goals does Colin Wilson have?
Nah, it's not just about goal. Harry Kane's hold-up play.
What is
Harry Kane's ability on the ball. No, stop it. I'm not even going to enter this debate. Stop.
But Colin Wilson has 6 goals, so Harry Kane's got to score 1 more in the league before he reaches Colin Wilson's level. What's wrong with my camera tonight, dude?
Can't compare Callum Wilson with Harry. Come on.
And he's been injured for half the year. He's not even playing right now.
You're disrespecting. Like, that's just disrespect, man.
Because that's how Harry Kane's performed in the league this year. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of the badge.
I would say yes in the beginning of the season, yes, but I think as of recent games, he's
been good. What did I say against Burnley? What did I say against Burnley on the show?
No, you hated on him too.
What? I said this was the best performance from Harry Kane I had seen all season. This is the first time this year that I had seen the Harry Kane of old, is what I said in my live stream against Burnley.
Okay, so why do you have the Prem tracker?
Tonight wasn't that? Because the Prem tracker is in the league, not in the FA Cup, my friend. I don't make the rules. You did, Dietrich.
Gentlemen, I'm going to bed because I've got to be up in 5 hours.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's been emotional, and I'm still fucking.
It's all love. It's all love, Jason. It's all love.
Oh, without a doubt, brother. I don't take it personally.
Jason, promote yourself.
There is literally nothing to promote.
There you go. Stell. What is wrong with you, camera? Why do you keep focusing on the pretty bald face behind me? That's going to be a problem. I have to get rid of that.
Saying this, saying that.
Stell, where can people find you? What's your next time? What's your next doing? What's your next thing?
Next Monday. Podcast. And then Tuesday, United Spurs America.
Show some enthusiasm there, Cat.
No, fuck Spurs, fuck everything. Honestly, tonight, I sat there, I was in disbelief, then I was in mourning, and then I was just anger. And I went straight to my car, I drove home, I didn't even talk to the people in the car with me. They're talking to me, I didn't speak once. I came home, I wanted to go straight to bed, but I was so angry, I jumped on We Are Tottenham TV, and then I thought I still can't sleep, so I came on Will Stewart's show, and now I'm finally tired. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow angry again. These pieces of shit.
You need to go to the gym.
Dude,
Yeah.
this club will always let me down as soon as I get excited or hopeful. As soon as I actually think something's happening, nah. They've done it again. And they're going to do it to me again. So I'm just going to stay in this negative space to the end of the season. And they won't be able to hurt me. They will not be able to upset me if I stay in this space. Come and fuck with me in my negative space. You can't touch me.
You know what it is, Stout. You know what it is, Stout.
It's called being deluded. I got deluded.
I'm at a moment like everybody got deluded by the Leicester game, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed that win. But I'm in a moment where like I know
the Brighton one was the got stuck because Still's number 2 team is Brighton.
This is just going to be a roller coaster ride, man. Just buckle your seatbelt. Just accept what it is, and don't hope for the best, but also don't always be thinking of the worst, but be prepared for the worst.
Not top four, not top 4, but can we get the top 6?
Just enjoy the roller coaster ride, man.
Yeah,
you know what?
Top 6 guaranteed.
I said
let's
get
be
top
prepared
6
for us to miss top 4 in a heartbreaking
Can't
fashion.
we get top 6?
That's
Lucas Moura is the biggest assister for our team this season.
I would say top 6, is what it is. If we can get top 4, that's perfect. That's been my whole motto since Conte came in.
Said that suit him if we get the top 4 spot.
If we get top 4, shoot.
I don't think we're
Shoot
getting
me,
top
bro.
4
because we're not getting top 4, man. We're not.
And if we do, we got to sign like 5 players. Otherwise, we're just watching out of the Champions League, going down to the Europa League anyway.
Yeah,
right?
that's
We're not
what
making that.
I'm kind of scared if we even make top 4, bro. We'll get. Imagine we play against Bayern Munich again. We'll get slapped up 10-0, bro.
Agreed.
Jesus Christ.
Realistic expectations. Right, I've only got three realistic expectations. 1, we finish in the top 6 and we get the Europa Cup. 2, we don't lose the North London derby. I'm not even saying win. Just don't lose it. Don't lose the North London derby.
We'll beat them.
And the last realistic expectation, although I don't know if it's
good run in the FA Cup.
We're not going to win the FA Cup.
We're not winning it.
As soon as we play Chelsea,
Just a
City,
good
Liverpool,
run.
Yeah, a good run. But my last realistic expectation is that somehow Conte stays with us for next season. If those 3
Do you think that draw is rigged? You think that draw? You think that draw is rigged?
The FA Cup.
Yeah. So like in this round, there was little teams and big teams, and all the little teams got a big team.
Exactly.
Not a single big team played a little team. Or big team played a big team.
Southampton got West Ham.
Yeah, but Southampton's a little team. Norwich got City, right? That's what I'm saying. But out of the available little teams, right, it was little team versus connected.
Yeah, but last
to
season
big
it
team.
wasn't like that. So it's just random. It just is
I
what
don't
it
think
is.
it's random, dude.
No replay.
Like, what are the odds that out of City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, they all get like the easiest rounds in the 5th round?
Do you know?
No, if we go through this next round and we draw Chelsea away, I'm screaming rigged.
I'm done.
I'm saying it's rigged.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
It's got to be rigged.
at our home.
Middlesbrough is going to be tough, bro.
Middlesbrough ain't going to be easy, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game away.
Now it's going to be tough because now this team has shown us once again they're still Spursy. This team is still Spursy. We're still, until this Spursy thing goes away, I am going to live in the negative.
No. Top 4. Hold on.
So I already look. People disagreed with me on this, but in my group chat, right, in my other group chat, I said, drop. If I'm Conte,
why aren't I in the group chat, man?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. I'm not with group chat.
Listen, I got invited to it. I can't invite other people. Look, it's just like I don't invite them to the group chat, right? Okay.
Whose group chat is
No
it?
worries. Carry on, Marcelo.
It's one of the Spurs one. It's more of my generation. Let's just say that, right?
So,
Are you saying I'm fucking old? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am. I am saying you're old. I am saying you're old.
Am I really listening to this shit? Am I listening to this shit?
Okay, look, just listen to my point.
Whose group is it? Whose group is it? Whose group is it?
Probably David's.
No, it's not David. It's no one. It legitimately, and to heart, is no one that like does any content with us.
Okay.
It's just people I met on Twitter. It's my friend Callum and everything. But hand to heart, I said in the group chat, I will drop this top 4 race and just focus on the FA Cup. Put everything on the FA Cup.
I agree.
Just focus on the FA Cup. I want us to win a trophy so bad because I feel like if us winning a trophy, it will get such a hump off this whole club back.
But Marcelo, I have a question for you. Let's say we focus on the FA Cup and we don't win it. So now we're fucked again.
Well, no. But the thing is, we're not getting to top 4. I said this last season. We should have focused on the Carabao Cup.
If Levy sees Conte rotating in the league to favor the cup, he's gonna fire him just
Guys,
like he did.
1 minute.
Exactly.
1 minute. Dietrich, sorry. Just to go on what you said. We are focusing on top 4, and look what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, so that's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
What's the point?
No, but let's say you
but the thing is, but the thing is, Stel, last season I was with you on the Carabao Cup. I was saying, if I'm Mourinho, if I'm these people, I'm focused on that Carabao Cup. I want to win that Carabao Cup because we're not going to get top 4, bro. This team, like, we keep focusing on top 4, but we keep chopping points. You know what I mean? We're not good enough for top 4. Like Arsenal, Leicester, and other teams have showed that you may not be good enough for top 4, but you could still win the FA Cup. You can still win a trophy if you just focus on it. I'm Conte right now. I'm like, there's no way this team finishes above United. I don't see us finishing above United, and I don't see us finishing above West Ham.
Yeah,
all right?
We lost against Milan.
Who's gonna get the top 4 spot, man? That's the real question. Man. No one is consistent.
We're not getting a top 4 spot. Focus on just trying to get top 6, right? 7, and just try to get that FA Cup, bro. Just try to get that FA Cup. I'm telling you, this fan base is gonna give the fan base a lift. Gonna give the players a lift. It's going to give us a better attitude. It's going to, because right now Spurs has a toxic environment, bro. Even with the fan base, look at the fan base booing. That is, I'm telling you, that is years of pent up. That is years of pent up frustration from the fan base. That's not just that game. That's just pent up frustration.
They should be
years.
They should be booing Levy, not the damn player.
But the issue is, I think the thing is, Will, they're just booing everything at the club, bro, because people are just
because they didn't go to the protests. So if you don't go to the protest, that means that you believe Conte was backed. So you can't now boo Levy because you never went to the protest. So you are in support of this. You have accepted.
Well, not me. Hold on a second.
I haven't accepted as well.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah, the people that live in the UK, people like Iggy, Mr. K, Brian, Graham, me, we went to the protest because we didn't accept this window. But everyone else, because there's only like 15 people at the protest, everyone else, I think Josh was there too, everyone else accepted that this was a good window. That's why they never went to the protest.
Until
so they can't turn against the players.
There won't be the real protest, to be honest.
Yeah, but the fans can't turn against the players because they accepted this is good. So look at the dilemma they're in now. If they start booing the players, you got people like me saying, no, don't complain. This is what you wanted. I went on We Are Tottenham TV tonight, and I said, don't complain if you never went to the protest because you asked for this. You were happy with this. Otherwise, you would have gone to the protest. And I'm going to keep saying that to all these people until they go nuts because this is what I wanted.
I think it's also. I think this fan base also at times it can be really backstabbing, especially when I see Brian, who flew all the way from Canada to England, protest, and I see people mocking Brian, from our own fan base, by the way, mocking Brian, and then them afterwards getting pissed off at his first performance, and I'm like, and I'm in total agreement with you, Stella. I'm like, hold on a second, you mock me when I go on my Enoch out rants on Twitter. You mock Brian when he goes on his protest, but then you complain about the shit players we have because of Enoch. It's just like. It's just like I totally agree with you, and
stupid fan base.
But if you fan base. But if we say that, we're the villains. We're like, oh, like you can't tell me that. I can complain. I'm a fan.
But now we're not. Now we're not, because now I say, excuse me, did you go to the protest? Don't complain. Don't complain. You had a chance. You accept. So now I've got them. Now I've got them where I want. They can't say shit to me now. Every time we lose.
But the issue is not everybody can go to the protest, right?
No. I'm talking about the people in North London who are in parts of our little community, our Spurs online community, who specifically defend Levy, who chose not to go to the. They know who they are. I'm not going to call out names. I don't do that no more. I don't call out people's names no more.
You call out Spurs Web
name
on Twitter.
I call out names all the time. Name.
On Twitter, it's all under my name. I do what I want, but this is my show. You can
call it whoever you want on my show.
No.
Go ahead. I dare
you. You can do it still.
If I do it on this show, then I'll end up doing it on other people's show. And I don't want to do that. But the point I'm trying to make is
trying to fish him.
No, Will. Honestly, this is all a game now.
Teasing.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's all a game now. We're just playing games. This is what it is. It's a game to these people. They're up here. They've got problems. They really do. They believe this is good. They really believe this is good. No. Tonight is further proof of how Conte was not backed. We did not back the manager.
Yeah, and people saying, "Listen, we're overreacting."
You don't think he will be back in the summer as well, still on this board?
If we don't get top 4, no.
We're fucked. No. We're done.
We're not. Where's the money going to come from? These owners made a net profit.
There were some rumors about the stadium naming rights and some kind of a Super Bowl, considering a bid about something like that.
What naming rights? We've had 6 years to get naming rights. What naming rights?
Did you look at the Super?
We're paying.
They want to host.
It's absolute.
We've got the naming rights for the Miami Dolphins Stadium. We're paying him a couple of $1 million a year to get us naming rights. What's he done?
Joke, man. It's absolute joke.
Miami Dolphins. That should tell you everything you want to know right there.
We're a fucking joke, man. I honestly,
stadium,
I just want Conte. I just want Conte to just focus on the FA Cup. Just try to win it, please, Conte. Just pull a miracle. Pull a miracle.
Marcelo, we don't have the squad. We don't have the squad.
Did Leicester have the squad? Did Leicester have the squad?
No, let's be honest. They do have a better squad.
They don't. They don't.
They do.
No, they don't. They don't, man.
The proof is there. The proof is there, right? We got to the Carabao
Luck
Cup
must be in our
semi-final.
favor as well, man, for the FA Cup.
He won't do it. He won't do it. We got to the Carabao Cup semi-final, and he played a weaker team. He played Doherty on the left because he prioritised the Premier League, because above him, they tell him top 4. It's the most important thing. So if we get to a quarter-final or a semi-final of the FA Cup, but in the same week we've got Premier League games, he's not going to go for it. He won't do it. No manager will go for it at Spurs because our priority is not trophies. I agree with you,
the top
Marcelo.
4 Kane dilemma will still start.
Out.
It's going to start again and again, and the Kane dilemma will start.
That's the one thing I will say I really respected about Mourinho, is that you can tell he was really ready to go all out for that Carabao Cup final. And I wanted to win that final. And he got sacked for it, which is really... I didn't agree with sacking him before the final. I thought it should have been to the end of the season. But I gotta say, I do have respect for Mourinho for at least trying to win us a trophy. More than, fucking Levy has ever done for us.
That's true. That's true. But I want to go around and just do man of the match and worst player of the match for everybody on board, and then we'll call it a night. Dietrich Kane.
I've got 6.
Best player? Oh, easy, Harry Kane.
Freaking mind. And your worst player of the match, Harry Kane?
No, it was oh shit. Emerson.
Yeah,
Emerson.
Yeah,
Emerson.
Dietrich, welcome to the club. Stell, man of the match and worst man of the match.
Man of the match was Bentacle. I don't care if he only played 30 minutes, man. He was quality. Bentacle for me. Worst player on the pitch. Fucking hell. Can I pick 7?
No, you only pick one.
Emerson.
Who's beating
The worst
their
one.
microphone?
It's me. It's me. I'm
Don't
banging
beat the
it, sorry.
microphone.
I'm just angry. I'm so angry. I'm so fucking angry.
Going to
Emerson.
drop.
Don't pull a zoom on the microphone. It's not cool.
Oh mate, I've got something funny to show you actually. Hold on. You carry on.
saw it. I saw it.
You saw it.
Yeah. The cat keepy ups. Yeah. I saw it.
No, something better.
Who was on next? I think it's Kieran. Kieran, the man of the match, and worst man of the match.
Man of the match is Son, and worst player is Emerson for sure. Yeah.
Good deal. Marcelo, man of the match, and worst man of the match.
Well, like I said, I only really watched some of the highlights. Well, I watched the highlights. I would say man of the match, I'm going to go with Sonaldo, the Korean sensation, you know, the Asian sensation,
Yes,
sensational, Son Messi, Heung-min Son.
King Son is what I call him.
Yeah, King Son, King of the Land.
Son of Anarchy.
So I'm going to go with Sonaldo.
Kane was better.
And yeah, it's got to be Emerson, man. Emerson's was the worst. Has to be, from what I saw.
Yeah, and Dietrich Kane is just lucky that Southampton defender got in the way of Son's first goal. Otherwise, he would have had 2 goals tonight, not just one.
But he did a heavy touch on one. Like, that was a little bit...
Oh, one heavy touch. Whoop-de-doo.
Man, people, the thing is,
This is so
you know
dumb.
you know what's crazy, Will, right? And I'm applying this for both Kane and Son. If Kane and Son makes a mistake that is, you know, actually hard to do, like, for example, you know, having a great first touch from like a ball that's being whipped in, you know, and there's 5 defenders covering them, right? They get slandered for that for like 5 games straight. When Harry Winks does one simple forward pass, he gets fucking praised until the
He's an
next day of
absolute
the
clown, man.
fucking sun. I don't get this mentality of
Double
the fan
standard,
base.
different standard. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
like I don't get the mentality of this fan base where an average player, if he makes a bad mistake, but if he does something average, he gets praised for that. But if our best player makes a mistake when, you know, he has shit tons of defenders around him, he gets slandered. Like, I don't get that. I don't get the mentality of this fan base. It's fucking stupid.
Like this has got to be like, see, like, look, I don't have, like, that's why I say Harry Kane fans are the worst Tottenham Hotspur fans. Shout out to my man, Universe Galaxy.
And no ballet fans are easily the worst.
Oh, they're up there. But like Kane was
They're-
the best
no,
player.
they're
There's
the
no
worst.
way Kane was the best player on the pitch
Badass.
today. No way Kane's the best player on the pitch today.
Yeah, at least Kane is a good player. You know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
you could say Kane's a good player. He had a decent performance. You know, he was
He's
an
a
average
world-class
performance.
player, just playing in
He's
an
a
average
world-class
team.
player. Yeah.
Playing in a very average
But there's
team.
no way he was the best player on the pitch today.
He was better than Son.
No, he wasn't.
Look at
No,
his
he wasn't.
stats.
He wasn't better than Son.
No,
You're
Look at
out
his
of your
stats.
mind.
I think he was trying to
To be
do his
honest-
being
job.
dumb now.
You know, he was trying to do his job, move the ball forward, and put it in the back of the
To
net.
be honest,
He
for
was
me, the
trying.
man of the match was James Ward-Prowse, man. He was,
Yeah, but he doesn't play for us. We're talking about Tottenham.
yeah.
You know, I was actually going to come in and say Lloris, but Gaguma beat me to it. The reason why, let me explain.
Lloris had a lot of good
Basically,
saves.
it could have been so much worse, the scoreline.
Yeah,
True.
but he did.
He
That
pulled
is
off some
true.
amazing
agreed,
touches.
Mr. K.
But he
He
did
saved us a
some.
lot.
If only like he came out of his box, that would have been nice.
Fuck, I can't believe we got thrashed at
Football
home by
Football
fucking Southampton, man. God.
Did it just hit you? Did it just hit you, Kieran?
It keeps hitting me, bro. It keeps
Totally
hitting me
incoming,
every
man.
21
time.
years of this
Man,
shit.
it comes in waves.
21 years of this shit.
God.
But who is next? Shasant.
Yeah, man
Man of the
match,
match.
Harry Kane and
Stop.
what
Oh,
player?
that's my guy.
Guys
Harry
are
Winks.
absolutely insane.
Had to be Harry Winks.
Harry
Worst
Winks.
player, Harry Winks. Easily not the worst player on the pitch
No,
today.
he was bad. He was bad.
He was pretty
bad.
shit.
Oh.
He is pretty shit. So I'm okay with it. And I hate
Too
Harry
bad,
Winks.
but my God, in midfield side, he was absolute poor, man.
I have to back him up on that. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
case
true.
of like it's a choice between Højbjerg, Winks, and one of the 2 comedy brothers in the back, Emerson or Sanchez. I think I'll go with Winks.
Yeah, they ate us in the midfield.
So you picked the
that's why they
best
won
out of
match.
those 4 that you listed.
I don't know which one to give it to, but you know, hey, why not? Winks it is.
Winks is slowing the play every time. He's disturbing the game. Romero.
Yeah, at least he's not giving the ball away.
That's amazing.
I love
That's
it.
amazing.
Zoom
Oh
up,
my god.
When did that Labour coming out?
That's
That's
Do they
classic.
make trainers?
That's great.
Kicking trainers, right?
Oh,
Alright.
that was funny.
He's
Did you
investigating.
guys see like the racist fans about Son?
Oh, they happen every week.
No, you do.
Yeah.
Like I will send you on WhatsApp. Like it's pretty racist. Like what they did.
Southampton or Tottenham?
Sorry?
Southampton or Tottenham fans?
No. It was Chelsea and Arsenal fans.
Chelsea fans and Arsenal hate us, so they're gonna be dickheads.
It's got to be a joke. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be a joke.
Yeah, but they stoop to really low levels, especially Chelsea.
No, that was pretty racist.
Do you know what the worst thing is? As you're walking at the stadium, where I park, I have to go across the front of the stadium on the high road, then turn up the back of the stadium. It's the same corner where the away fans are. So as all the away fans come out, I walk directly into them and through them. So I'm walking through them, and this is Southampton. They're like mid-table, and they're all singing, "You're fucking shit. You're fucking shit."
Yeah, when they're literally like outside the relegation zone. They're like 2 or 3 points. They're not even 12th. They're like in the bot. They're like 18th.
Yeah, but they weren't long though, were they? We did play like shit.
I have a question about
They're
the
singing to
stadium.
us, Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this is Southampton singing to us like this. I can't take it. I can't take this anymore.
No, but I have a question. How come the away fans are so close to the pitch? It's not normal.
They should put them up in the things. Yeah,
Yeah,
They shouldn't
exactly.
give them all the way down to
They've
the
got,
corner.
How come
They've
they're
got a
all the
whole
way
corner. I sat above them.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Right, yeah?
I'll tell you why.
But that's not normal.
No, I'll tell you why. In England, if you put the away fans at the top, then they can throw stuff to the
They
home
can-
fans.
yeah, they'll throw
and
stuff
piss
at
on
you.
you and shit on you down below.
Let them piss and shit. I'd rather let them than hear them on the fucking TV.
Bro,
I don't go to the matches. Stell does. They could piss on Stell. I just don't want to hear him from the fucking TV broadcast.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I'll fucking lose it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, still, like, I thought South American fans were wild, bro. You English people are fucking animals, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
some of the shit I hear, you guys are
No.
fucking
Wait,
crazy,
fan stuff in England's gotten a bit.
Man, USA versus Mexico. The Mexican fans were pissing in empty beer cups and throwing it.
That
on the
shit's
field.
vile, bro. I've been to South America. I've been to listen.
They got suspended for it.
I've been to South American games. Yes, I've seen many fists thrown. You know, I've seen people throw shit at people, like not shit, but like, you know, throw cups at people. You know, try to hit them with stuff, right? But I've never seen people like take shits and piss in bottles and throw like that. Shit's fucking animalistic, man. That's fucking brutal.
I just remember. Can we talk like I have Will and Kieran about Canada versus the US?
Canada versus US. What do you want to know?
Yeah, how come did you get battered 2-0? And I remember hearing Kieran. Both of you having the chest
my
bump.
honest opinion of the game. This is really easily okay. We dominated in your possession. We dominated you in shots. We dominated you in passes. We dominated you on corners.
Sounds
Smash and
kinky,
grab.
man.
We made 2 mistakes. You guys capitalized. Good job. That's it. Very easy.
And why did you have
That
your
sounded
chest
a little bit salty there with that analysis.
Proper.
Because
Of course,
our
we'll see.
goalkeeper, first of all, is a gooner, and he's not that great, not our number one. And that the 90th minute goal you have because we had like second and third string defenders in. I mean,
So I
that's
just
what
hear.
happens.
So it's basically excuses on top.
Yeah,
of
we
excuses.
started 5 of our first string players.
Again, excuses.
You had 10 of your first string players. We had 5.
I do want to say something though, Will, before we go. I do apologize for not being able to meet you. I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it was a blizzard, dude.
It was a bad timing. 2 feet of snow. Who would have thought the day Will Stewart finally comes to a place where we can meet?
Yeah.
It's a literal 2-foot blizzard.
And then Sunday, dude, I was out. Like I had the show Sunday after morning, and I was gone driving 16 hours back. So I couldn't meet on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't meant
Thursday,
to be, buddy.
Thursday night. I probably should have hit you up Thursday night because Thursday I was done at like 3 o'clock and I didn't do anything till the next day. So probably should have hit you up on Thursday, but that was a weekday. So
yeah, no, it is what it is. Wasn't meant to be.
Next year, I'll be there next year. And for that, Mr. K, why does my camera keep going out of focus? It likes my face back there in the back. That's what it is. It's driving me nuts. Mr. K. Man of the match, worst player of the match.
Lloris and Winks.
Lloris and Winks. And for me, man of the match, got to be Heung-min Son. Worst player of the match, Emerson. Easy. All day. All day. All day. All day.
Can't believe.
But Bentancur is a player. And this is the last thing. I'll leave you guys with this, and then we'll get final comments. Let people promote their stuff. Look, you know, let me get close up. Let me get real close with you guys because this is gonna be fun. You guys can mock me and banter me all you want about my opinions. But I was right about Lo Celso. I was right about Hill. I was right about Emerson.
You're not right about Hill.
I was right about all of these people. So instead of laughing at me, just listen. You don't have to say I'm right. You can differ from me. But just don't banter, because right now the only one who's saying "I told you so" is this guy.
I actually can't stand you. I can't stand you. I'll be honest. I actually hate you.
The level of arrogance is.
Listen, no. I'll say this. You were right. You were right on Emerson, but I'm still standing my ground about Brian Hill.
Same.
I still think he's a good player. I disagree with you on that. Yeah. I think he does have potential.
On Hopsar as well.
Do you know what cracks me up?
I never said anything about Hopsar. I've never seen him play. So he looked like a player from what I could see, but he's still real young.
No, I was just arguing.
And Emerson is getting so much flack, and he is a new signing. He's only been at the club for 6 already.
That's it.
Already he's done. Already he's done.
Nah, he's shit. He's shit still. Let's be real here. I try to convince myself. I try to say, you know what, Kyle Walker was just as bad, but Kyle Walker wasn't this bad, bro.
He played Kyle Walker played good tonight.
Emerson is about if he's shit, then so is Sanchez, so is Davis, so is Winks.
Did you look at Emerson's red card for Brazil?
It's Højbjerg.
Yeah, that was a joke, bro. He's a fucking waste man, bro.
One for the future, guys. One for the future. I'm just saying. No, look, I'm not saying I'm right. He's young, yeah. Look, I'm not saying I'm right all the time. All I'm saying is I do know football. Right? I'm not just some dumb Yankee who doesn't know anything. Okay?
You're American.
I'm not saying I'm right. The only reason why I do it is because I get bantered a lot. You can ask Stell. I can go on We Are Tottenham TV, not be abrasive, not be negative, just say normal common stuff and just get hate all the time just for my accent, which is dumb. Okay?
Nice.
So the only reason why I go over the top and I troll the trolls is because look, I'm not an expert on anything, but I'm not an idiot either. So don't treat me like one.
You're an idiot.
No, I'm not. But next time we'll be streaming. It'd be Sunday after. I may do I want to do a new show, and you guys tell me in the comments in the chat or in the comments down below after the stream ends. I want to start doing a new show called the Weekly Wind Up, and get Sean, and Alex and Stell and Caller from the Cheese Room and just whoever, like all of these, like I just want it to be the ultimate wind up show where we just hot takes, fights, boxing matches.
They will never joke.
I'm calling them out. Let's just like we have fun, because I think the more that we actually talk with each other, the less drama there's going to be. You know?
Yeah.
My experience has always been the opposite, unfortunately.
Mr. K, you just bring on the wrong people.
No, I try my best to put people together, but he always, for some reason, Stel comes along and kicks it off.
But Stel was on with Sean the other day for like an hour and a half, and it was great.
Yeah, I know. It just once these boys can calm down, right? Yeah,
we had a row tonight.
They're fine.
Yeah, you did. I'm sure you did.
I think you just have to get. I think when Stel is in that grumpy stage, you just got to get through it.
Yeah, you gotta let him. You gotta let him go. That's the thing.
Yeah, gotta let him.
When you try to put a muzzle on a pit bull, you get bit, Mr. K.
Yeah.
You know something? I think when Stel's a bit miffed off, he's actually a lot more calmer and quieter. It's when he's not. That's when he might say something that will just put a noodle in someone else's bonnet.
Scott's still salty about Lo Celso. But
I just can't handle people who moan about Tottenham, moan about everything, and do fuck all about it. It's like having a friend who comes up to you and says,
"Yes,
my
they would.
wife,
Yes, they would,
She
John, yes."
slept with another man. Okay, what are you gonna do, bro? You got to leave her. No. I'm gonna give her one more chance. Okay, you do that. And then he comes back a month later. She's done it again. And after 10 times of being cheated on,
More like
I don't want
20.
to hear it. I don't
More
want
like
to hear
20
it.
times.
Yeah, I don't
21
want to
years.
Cheated for 21 years, bro.
It's like, bro, I don't want to hear your shit anymore. You choose to stay with her. Shut the fuck up. Leave, or stay with her and don't complain. It's your choice now.
Can you tell us the names? Tell us the people.
Someone had a bird that looked like Levy, right? Yeah, seriously, I wouldn't even bother telling him in the first place.
Oh, I was 100% right about Lo Celso.
By the way, who's the cheese?
Oh, the list of the guests.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that is the right question to ask, Dietrich.
I never heard that. I'm not even joking.
It's easier.
Arguably one of the most. Actually, no, don't do it still. No,
don't do it.
So I'll do it. I'll do it.
Wait till they get. Wait till it gets to you.
No, I'll do it. So it's like a happy clapper stream is what it is.
So what the fuck did it? So they're basically kiss ass.
Yeah, but it's just like positive all the time. Like you could literally, this Tottenham Hotspur Stadium could be on fire, and they'd be like, "Well, it's not that bad. At least the South Stand's still standing there, right? Even though all three of the other
will
are completely burnt to the ground."
If the stadium burnt down, they would do a show on how Levy bought the perfect insurance policy.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah.
I will say this: the one positive of Spurs being so shit is that I have been not the most fit I've ever been, because I was during wrestling days, but I have been the most muscular I have ever been.
Right, ladies, you heard it, right?
Every time we have a shit performance, man, I'm telling you, you go to the gym and you don't think you can lift it. Just think of Eric Dyer. You just think of all these other fuckers
Eric
making
Dyer's been good
mistakes,
this year,
bro.
man.
I'm just saying in general, right?
Yeah, I got
Bro, like at one time I was squatting 275. I did not think I could make it until I remembered Emerson's, crosses, and I just fucking decked that shit. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm telling you, Spurs are a great motivation for going to the gym.
Oh yeah, by the way, Marcel, nice new haircut you got.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But that is good. And to end out the show, we will all give homage to Ben Davies. 10 years at the club.
10 years.
And we've been cursing him out. Testimonial.
10 years, bro.
Alex THFC. Oh, we don't need to do it again.
10 years.
You know what? I saw Alex after the match. He was
he ran away.
I was like, Alex, hey, he's come over to me. He was angry.
You bet he needs to be angry.
No, he can't be angry. Alex Scott, what he wants, bro? He wants Ben Davies to start. He wants Harry Winks to start. This is what I don't get. This is what we're talking about. So we argue with these people.
Come on the show.
No, I'm sure he was cussing out Emerson. He likes to cuss out everybody who didn't play under Pochettino. But anybody who played under Pochettino's got a free pass for him, man.
First thing he said to me was, "What did I tell you? That is it. Top 4. I want the conversation over." over. I was like, I agree with
Well,
you,
it's
Alex,
still
I
in our
agree.
hand. It's still in our hands.
No,
It's
I'm
not
doing it.
possible.
Will, I'm not doing it, man.
It's
I'm
still
not
in
doing
our
it.
hands.
Yeah,
Not
but
doing
we
it,
don't.
buddy.
We don't
We
have
are-
the mentality.
We're gonna chop off our own hands. We're just gonna chop it off.
That's fine. If we chop off our own hands, we chop off our hands. But at this moment, right? If we won today and we win our games in hand, we would go into top 3,
We're
not top 4.
We're not going to beat Burnley away. We're not going to beat Man United away. We're not going to beat City away. Liverpool going to slap us at their ground. City are going to slap us. We are not going to get the points we need. I don't see it.
I don't know.
Look,
We'll
we've
beat
got.
Liverpool. We'll
Listen,
beat
guys.
Burnley.
You know we've played 21 games right yet, and we got +1 goal difference. That tells you everything.
Diabolical.
It's more than halfway through the season.
We got a higher
And we
goal
got
difference than
+1.
that, don't we?
No, it's 1.
Plus
It's
one.
1.
Guys, listen. Remember what I said to you.
To be fair, it's not Conte's fault. That's more because of fucking what's his name, Nuno.
Guys, only 3 things that we
It's only a
should hope
6-point difference in their first 10 matches.
Only 3 things we should hope for. We finish in the Europa Cup spaces. We don't lose to Arsenal in North London Derby, and Conte's here next season. If those 3 things happen, as far as I'm concerned, that is a very successful season, given the fucking shit we're being served up.
Focus on the FA Cup.
If we win the FA Cup, I'll lose my mind. I'll lose
I'll lose my mind too.
I will fly. Sal, I will fly to London and give you a big old kiss on your forehead.
Dude,
if
you
win
can
the
stay at
FA
my
Cup.
house. I'll take you to the stadium. Whatever you want.
guys,
man.
I might come in March, man, if I can.
You can both come.
No, and me.
We'll do a
If you
Levy
want.
out protest.
No, you can.
I'll sleep on your couch still.
You can come Dietrich, but only if you wear Kane is a fraud T-shirt.
You never do it.
No,
You'd rather die.
I'm gonna make a shirt for Dietrich Kane and put it up on the store, and it's gonna be Harry Kane with a cane, and it's gonna be Dietrich Kane.
But can I just say, I'll call it right here, right now. We will lose to Middlesbrough. Watch.
You know that like that old man from like
probably will.
Family Guy, like that type of character, but with Kane's
If
face instead.
we-
So
If we lose to Middlesbrough,
I'll
I am
call it
gonna
we
get
will lose.
at Dietrich Kane,
fucking roasted by the Man United fans because I peppered them. I fucking took them apart. If we
Yeah,
lose
this-
to Middlesbrough, I'm finished. I'm
No.
finished. I'm finished. I'll have to go off Twitter. I'll have to go off Twitter for about a month. They'll destroy me.
Let the road jack. Yeah, that was good.
Man, I had to go off Twitter for like 2 months when Arsenal won the FA Cup. I
Oh,
couldn't do it.
man. No.
I couldn't do it.
Oh,
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Like every time I saw Gunnar,
Is anybody else?
I hate this club sometimes.
Is anybody else missing this guy though?
I'm done. Good night.
Everybody go follow Marcelo on Twitter. I do. I miss the dye. Good old moon boots. You can get the moon boots shirt on THFCRants.com. But guys, I am gonna call it a night. 3.5 hours. Pretty decent long show. Thank you, Stell, for staying on with us the whole time. Everybody go and follow Stell on Twitter at Tottenham Away and over on his YouTube channel as well at Tottenham Away. Almost up to 2,500 subscribers, and you guys have done that in the last like couple weeks. That's pretty good.
It's just Iggy
Pretty good.
standing outside Hotspur Way, just making random videos.
Iggy's tearing it up, man. Tearing it up. We got Mr. K. Guys, everybody stay tuned for Mr. K's match day vlog will be out. I'll be uploading that to the channel tomorrow, probably around like 8 p.m. UK time. Mr. K, any final words before we go?
Levy out.
Levy out at Talk to K. Everybody go follow Dietrich Kane at Dietrich Kane. Everybody follow me on Twitter too. I think I just broke 700 followers on Twitter, which is but for a guy who really never tweets. But I've been pretty active on Twitter for the last couple weeks, so
I have 7 followers, so thank you everyone.
yeah, everybody go follow Dietrich Kane. I'm one of those 7. And then other than that, man, folks, thank you very much for watching the show tonight. We love you guys. Stay strong. Stay Spurs.
Harry Kane's the best player.
Harry Kane's not Kurt Zuma. Kicking Pumas. And we'll see you Wednesday.
You may never see me again after today. This might be it. I've had enough.
No, but
I don't know. Monday.
No, but still, please go on. Please go regularly on We Are Tottenham TV, please.
Yeah, go watch Stell's thing on We Are Time TV. But the correct outro is, and we'll see you next time.
Big back